All right. What up, though? What's popping? What's happening? What's going on? You're back in the lab with your favorite neighbor, your man, Marq Nash. He is I am he. Another great episode of Breaking Beats. How y'all feel? What's the deal? Hope this broadcast finds y'all in good spirit, good health, good prosperity. Lord knows we all need it. Another great episode of Breaking Beats. How y'all feel? What's the deal? Hope this broadcast. All right, boom. So we are live. Cool. All right, man. We're gonna get into it, man. This is gonna be an interesting one. This is gonna be a little touchy, but we are gonna be respectful to everybody's ethnicity, race, culture. I say culture twice. Hair, all of that good stuff. But we're gonna get into it. We're gonna have a good conversation here. Hope you guys are ready for it. Shout out to my guy Punch from Boxing. Look, he did an episode earlier today, and I left a couple comments. Y'all know I give it up. I leave comments, and a couple other people left some comments too that I thought was very telling. But we're gonna get into all that and more in 30 seconds. How y'all feel? What's the deal? Make sure you drop your area code in the chat. Let me know what side of the earth you roaming the turf. All right, let's do this thing. 30-second intro. I ain't gonna do the long intro. We'll do the short intro. Give y'all time to smash that like button. Let's get into it, man. This is gonna be a damn good topic. I got a survey in the chat. Let me know what y'all think of the survey. And yeah, we about to get right into it. Breaking Beats, your man Marq Nash. Let's get it.
This that squad sound.
Yeah, man. What's popping? What's going on? It's another one. We back in the lab, man. You already know what it is. Back in the lab with your man Marq Nash. He is I am he. Another great episode of Breaking Beats. You already know what we're gonna do. We're gonna break down the business, entertainment, art, technology, sports, and anything else you will not feel like talking about. Look, it's a hip-hop political sports show with a comedy twist. We like to let the jokes fly. You know why? Because life is serious enough. You're damn right. Life is too serious for us to be arguing and beefing over nonsense. So let's have a conversation. And yeah, let's chop it up. Let me know what y'all think. Already, y'all violating already. It's too many people watching. We only got 2 likes. So y'all violating already. Y'all breaking the code. Stay on code, brothers and sisters. Stay on code. But let's talk about it. Got a big fight coming up this weekend. Oscar Valdez, Shakur Stevenson. Already is getting a little touchy because my man told him in the pre-fight interview, he said, "Look, I don't want no cheating." Oh yeah, Oscar Valdez, pretty much Shakur called him right out to his face. Said, "I don't want no cheating." Let's hear it.
Love it, man.
Yeah, me
I love
too.
the fact that we're making this fight for the fans.
Me too. Just make sure you're not cheating. Make sure there's no cheating going on, my boy.
And he just laughs it off. Oscar Valdez just laughs it off. He said, "Make sure there's no cheating, my boy."
Don't worry about me cheating.
Hey, man, I've
He said, "Don't worry about me cheating."
seen it, you know. I'm just saying, don't cheat.
Don't
me,
worry.
my boy. I don't like cheaters, man.
I've never
Ever.
cheated in my life.
So let's just make sure it don't happen again. How about that?
All right.
Going through what you went through in your last
He
fight.
said, "Well, just make sure it don't happen again." Okay. So yeah, that's how we're gonna get into it. Shout out to my sister girl behind the mic. Shout out to everybody who's pulling up in the chat. Man, y'all are killing me already, man. Smash the like button. Damn. Let's get it popping. Let's have a good show. But the survey, I got a survey in the chat, and it says, how do you guys feel about black boxers wearing the Mexican sombrero, right? Is it trolling? Playing mind games? Is it racist? Is it paying homage or paying homage to the Mexican fans? Or is it just simply corny and play it out? And you're like, man, I'm tired of seeing it. So we're going to talk about it. So yeah, I'm interested in y'all take on that. We'll do a survey later on about who y'all picking to win, but we definitely want to know what y'all think about this. So I saw my guy Punch Drunk Boxing earlier today. He did an episode and he was talking about their pandering. When they do this, they're pandering to the Mexican fan base. And I don't know. I had to disagree with my man Punch on that. I was like, nah, bro. I don't think they pandering. I think they trolling. I think they trying to get under their skin, trying to piss them off. don't look at it as necessarily paying homage like, yo, Viva la Mexico. No, I don't think it's nothing like that. I think it's just getting in their heads, trying to play minds. That's me personally. I don't want to lead the witness. But I am curious about what you guys think in the chat. Now, we can go back to, this has been going on since the late 80s, right? With Roger Mayweather. This was about, I think he's been doing this since the mid to late 80s because he made a career fighting the Mexican, fighting guys in Mexico, right? Shout out to y'all. Salute, salute, salute. Let me play this. Let's put this on the screen. So I'm going to go to this clip right here. This is Roger Mayweather coming into the ring. This is after he already got his ass kicked by Julio Cesar Chavez the first time. He's about to fight Julio the second time. He came into the ring wearing sombrero. And shout out to everybody who pulling up. Drop your area code in the chat. Let me know what part of the word. Somebody said, I like it. It shows respect. All right, that's one way of looking at it. Definitely one way of looking at it. Now, I got a couple things queued up. Somebody said depends on the situation, Mark, to be honest. Absolutely. Pull up. I'll drop the link on me. You know me, I give it up. Pause. I give up the link. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how I give it up. It's all love over here. We can have a conversation, homie. I'm all about having an open channel, open panel, open dialogue. Long as we keep it respectful, man, we can come back and do this shit every day, right? Every day, every night. So let me play this first clip. This is him coming into the ring, and the crowd just go crazy booing him right before he fights Julio Cesar Chavez. But I want you guys to listen to what Larry Merchant and Harold Letterman are saying. Now, Larry Merchant and Jim Lampley are saying. Listen close.
And the boos you hear in the arena greet the entrance of the man whom Mexicans see as the Mexican assassin, a man who's built much of his career by knocking off Mexican fighters, Roger Mayweather.
And wearing that Mexican costume is sort of a good-natured taunting, where some people may take it as a fellow sticking his head into his opponent's face.
Well, it's a bit of a perverse relationship. They boo him, they root against him, but they don't dislike him. They know he's done a lot for the identity of Mexican fighters and for the boxing business in this town.
They respect him.
They respect him. Now, this is what they were saying back in the 80s when Roger Mayweather was, if I'm not mistaken, I'm sure somebody in the audience is going to be a hip-hop historian. If Roger, as far as I know, Roger Mayweather was the first to do this. He was one of the first to do it, if not the very first. So if I'm wrong, somebody correct me in the chat. But you heard what they said? They said he is good-natured taunting and things like that. He did things, he made his career fighting the Mexican guys, but also he did these things. They said he brought a lot of attention to the Mexican boxing scene. So I'm curious about that because I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna read some. I'm gonna take some screenshots of my guy Punch chat because his chat, his comments, some of that shit I was reading over there. I was like, whoa, that's crazy. They were saying like, yo, so maybe we should come out with afros and jerry curls and crack pipes. Somebody was like, come out dressed like George Floyd. I was like, oh no. It's like, damn, we ain't going there, are we? We're not gonna go there, right? We got like, we're not gonna come out in blackface to like taunt the black guy, right? Like that, we're not gonna do that. But I mean, this is cultural. I mean, let's be clear too. America is a melting pot. It's a cultural melting pot for all different types of like is it just I mean, am I pandering to Italian culture because I love pizza and pasta? Or am I pandering to the Chinese folks when I go in there and get that shrimp fried rice with the egg roll? No, man, this is a melting pot. America's a gumbo. It's a mixture of things and people. So, but that's not for me to say because I am not of Latin descent. But I do want to talk to my Hispanic brother. Right, you are of Mexican descent, correct? You know?
You're talking about me, right, Mark?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I am Mexican.
Okay. Now, when you were born in America, correct?
Yes, sir. Hollywood, California. Grew up in South Central.
Man, you were born in Hollywood. You had to see them rich folks all day, every day.
I don't remember them because I was a baby. But when they took me home, I mean, all I saw was like my family and black folk. To be honest, I grew up in South Central.
Oh, okay. So talk to me, man. But your parents are you first generation or second generation?
First generation Mexican, yes, I am.
Okay. And what part of Mexico is your family from?
My dad, God rest his soul, was from Cozumel, Quintana Roo. That's an island in the state of Quintana Roo. Like Cancun, it's probably like everybody knows Cancun. It's the same state as Cancun. And then my mother was from, God rest her soul, was from León, Guanajuato, excuse me, Mexico.
Dope. Okay. So, got a couple topics on the docket. I don't want to bury the lead with this one because we're gonna talk about that Fury and Dillian White as well. But Dillian White, he got all the jerk chicken knocked out his ass last weekend. Curry goat, jerk chicken, rice and peas. Yeah, he got his ass kicked. But he's saying something nefarious went on with Tyson Fury. So we'll talk about that. But I want your take on this, my Hispanic brother. Talk to me, man. Is it disrespectful? Is it trolling? Is it just corny and play it out? Is it racist? What do you think of black fighters donning the Mexican sombrero before they fight a Mexican?
Before I cook on those subjects, Mark, I'm getting really hot. I just wanted to show you something real quick before it goes. Let me turn on my camera, man. I'm gonna be wearing this in Vegas.
Oh, let me see. I can't see. Hold up.
The camera got fucked up. Hold on. Let me fix the camera and I'll turn it back on.
Okay.
But anyways, I can cook on it while I'm fixing the camera. Well, anyways, like I was saying in the chat, it depends on the situation. If I'm not mistaken, because I lived through the Roger era, the Roger Mayweather era, and but I'm kind of too young to remember it exactly, because it was I was really young. But I mean, the whole Mexican assassin wasn't even invented by him. It was actually like the TVs, the different I want to say periodicals, but I don't know if I'm using the word right. But different news mediums, and they used it because he had I think he was going through a string of I don't know, 20 Mexican fighters that he's beaten. So they gave him that moniker. And if I'm not mistaken, Roger just donned the sombrero and the sarape, literally just to play off of that moniker that they gave him, to sell more tickets and stuff. But at the end of the day, as we see that the sombrero and all, I don't think it was for to mock the Julio Cesar Chavez or the fans, but it was just literally to make money, off of the moniker that he didn't even come up with, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember, to be 100% honest.
Yeah, the media gave him that title. You're right.
Exactly. So he's trying to make money. So I never felt offense to anything. Actually, I'm probably more in the thing is okay, whatever his personal reason is, because I don't know him. I mean, at the end of the day, he's kind of honoring the Mexican dudes. Because trust me, I mean, if he thought they were shit, he probably wouldn't have bought into the whole thing, Yeah,
let me play this clip. This is him later as he retired. And he's doing an interview and he's talking about him. It's real short.
Because most people will never fight in somebody's hometown against a Spanish guy. I mean, the crowd was crazy, but people wouldn't fight. Most people wouldn't fight in that kind of atmosphere. All Spanish. There ain't no brother in that motherfucker. You got to deal with what you got to deal with. Yeah. But most people wouldn't fight in that type of place. But me, hey, he can beat me or he can't. It is what it is. Huh? He can beat me, motherfucker can't beat me, motherfucker. If he can't, hey, until they brought Julio, I was knocking them motherfuckers dead.
He said, until they brought Julio, I was knocking them dead. Julio kicked that ass.
Yeah, he was. That's why they gave him that moniker. And and the thing is, I remember, I think you just played a clip with Jim Lampley and Letterman, not Letterman, but the other dude,
Larry Merchant, sir.
Larry Merchant, about the booze and stuff, and about how he thought it was kind of like a perverse, they're booing him, but they respect him. But at the end of the day, the way I was raised, you, especially in boxing, you always respect your opponent, So even though they're booing him because they know what he's trying to say by coming in with the sombrero and stuff. He's like that I've beat all these other Mexicans, and this Mexican that they got put in front of me, it's gonna be another one. So that's what they were booing against because people love Chavez, But at the end of the day, just like Roger Mayweather said, it don't matter who's got in there. It's either if you could beat me or not.
Absolutely. Shout out to my guy Philip Jets. He said another great show, fam. That's what I'm talking about. We just getting started. Smash the like button, man. We got 22 people, 11 likes, got 20 votes. So y'all voting on the survey, but not smashing the like. Oh shit,
bro.
Oh,
shit. This is hot as fuck, bro.
Yo, my boy.
It's out of my garage, bro. But I'm
Look
gonna wear
at
them
my
Vegas,
boy,
bro,
look
for
at my
Shakur
boy.
and Valdez fight, brother.
Man, let me get a screenshot, man, so I can post this on my website, man. Shout out to my guy, yo, Puro. Thank you so much for the support, my brother. God,
No
no,
problem, Mark, man. I mean, thank you for having me on the channel, bro. You know how it is, bro. I'm just here to talk boxing. That's all. That's all.
Oh man, you trying to make me cry up here, man. I ain't gonna cry though. Yeah, man. That's
Nah, no cry, man. I'm just trying to, show some support. That's all.
Man, I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much, man. He got the
No
What Can
problem.
I Say shirt. It's a multicultural shirt, as you can see. And yeah, I think it's super dope. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much for copping the merch, man. I'm wearing the red. Dreams require sleep, goals require effort. And you go to MARQNASH.com and put in the promo code Nash27 in all caps and save yourself 15%. Save yourself 15%. Let's get back to it.
That's the one I wanted, bro. This is the only one I could get before the fight.
Hey, man, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it.
No worries.
So you wearing that to the fight?
Yeah, and I got the sweatshirt just in case, because like I know I'm gonna get hot. It's just I got like my other boys shirt from my other boys channel. I want to wear that too. So I want to show love to everybody. So I was just like, how can I do this where I can wear this and that and take it off and not diss nobody? You know what I'm saying?
That's love, man. That's love. Okay, I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much, man.
No worries, man.
It means a lot to me, man. I don't even know what can I say, right? No pun intended. So look, let's get into this topic, man. These brothers wearing this sombrero. I saw some people on Punch Show. Some of my Latino brothers and sisters are upset about it. They think it's already. I'm looking at my survey. Some people are calling it racist. Is it racist?
It depends on literally if you break it down to the basic, so if say you're Colombian, I don't see how you can be offended by this type of garb, because this type of garb is traditionally, like the charro hat, the sarape, anything like that. That's strictly a Mexican culture. I mean, I don't know if Colombians use sarapes, to be honest, but I highly doubt they do. I've had some Colombian homeboys every now and then, but I mean, this is mostly if you're going to be offended, I would probably have a hard time believing if you're Salvadorian or Chilean, you're going to be offended by it.
So how is it? Tell me, what about the? Because this is what I saw over there. They said, what if they saw Mexican guys coming in there with afro, with a fake afro with a pick in it, or a jerry curl, or somebody even went as far as said, what if we start bringing crack pipes and dressed up like George Floyd? What would you say then? And I was like, whoa.
I would say the jerry curl one. I've seen Mexican fighters rock jerry curls, so I mean.
What'd you say? Everybody wore jerry curls?
No, I'm just saying I've seen Mexican fighters rock jerry curls, so I don't see how that. I mean, that's debunked right there. Have you ever seen Salvador Sanchez? That was a jerry curl to me.
I thought that was natural. I thought it was just juices and berries. Nothing but juices and berries.
Oh shit! I love that reference. That's funny, man.
Hey, look, man, but when they put it that way, I didn't think it was that offensive. But it's not for me to be offended. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. That's why, like me talking about like the whole if I should use the N word or not use the N word argument, I'm like, I'm not gonna get into it because I'm not black. I mean, like, what does my word have to do with anyway?
Hey, look, you in your car by yourself, sing along to the song. Fuck it.
Exactly. And like me personally, I'm from LA, man. There's places where I could use it, but I mean, it's just different places where you come by. Like me, I just don't use it. It's not part of my lexicon. I use it with a certain homeboys, and then like nobody just bats an eye. But I mean, like, it's just I don't use it at all.
Are they black homeboys or are they?
No, yeah, of course. I mean, like I'm not. I mean, I grew up like. It's funny because I have a very unique way that I grew up. Like literally, I was like the only Mexican family on the block. I mean, my sister still lives in Carson, my dad's house, where she's still the only Mexican family on the block. You get what I'm saying? So it's a different. Everybody perceives the world the way they seen it coming up. You get what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. So what do you say to the people who saying is pandering to the Mexican crowd? Is it pandering? Because this is why I disagree with Punch at. I don't think it's pandering, but let's play along. Let's say it is pandering to a Mexican fan base, because the Mexican fan base in America, arguably, or probably inarguably, is probably bigger than the black fan base. Would you agree or disagree before I continue?
I would 50-50 agree and disagree, because I mean there's tons of and then who you want to then you have to specify too, because like who do you mean by black fans? I mean, do you mean African American fans? Do you mean just anybody that has black skin tone?
Let's play along. I'll say the traditional American African American.
Okay. I mean, I think those are one of the biggest fans in boxing. You know, I think they're up there with a Mexican or Mexican American fans.
Yeah, I think you get your biggest fights when you put those two together too. You know.
Yeah, man. I mean, traditionally those have been the greatest, some of the greatest fights that I've ever seen. You know.
Yeah, me too. So is it possible they're pandering to the Mexican fan base, or what you think?
To me, it's case by case basis. Like I see you got Chris Colbert, Shakur Stevenson, and Mayweather. When Mayweather put that on, like me knowing his background on how he feels about Mexican fighters, to me, it's definitely not pandering. I know why he wore that. He wore that to honor his uncle and to piss off Oscar De La Hoya's fans. Shakur, like that I could see as pandering, because I didn't know how it. I know he was fighting a Mexican, and I know he was dating the girl of the guy he was fighting.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why he would wear it. I don't know why he would wear it.
That was Joette. Was it Joette?
Joette Gonzalez. Yeah.
Joette Gonzalez.
Yeah. So without asking Shakur why he wore it, I don't know why he wore it. And then Chris Colbert, I know. I mean, I've seen his documentary when he was a kid, and I know at one point he feels like his trainer, which is Mexican, is like his dad. Like they have that relationship, according to what I've seen. So I don't feel that's pandering at all, because to me, maybe he's like just honoring, his trainer.
Yeah, I see my sister girl behind the mic. She said right. She said folks can be Afro Latina or Afro Latino in black skin, I guess. But I don't. In my opinion, many of those, or they consider themselves Latino first. That's their culture, not the race. You get what I'm saying?
No, I totally get what you're saying, Mark.
You and me, cop pull them over and say, all y'all niggas get out the car. Well, I'm Mexican. Well, nigga, get out the car with the sombrero. You get what I'm saying? But regardless, these are jokes. But
I get it.
You get what I'm saying? But that was funny. But at the end of the day, their culture is Latino. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Everybody, I mean, it's interesting to. I mean, shit, man. There's so many variables to go into, but I mean, yeah, most of the time, people that identify like with Latin cultures, like say that they are, they'll never shit. I have an uncle. They called him El Negro, like the black guy, pretty much. But he literally was black. And that's an uncle. That's like my mom's uncle. But he was that dark. But he was like, the indigenous people. Some of them were that dark. But he would always say he's Mexican. He's like, if you ask him, oh yeah, they call me El Negro, but not Mexican. To be honest, that's what he would say.
Yeah. And some people black folks are here and probably just naturally get offended. Like, hey, he called him a Negro.
Exactly. Exactly. Some would. I'm not saying all, but I could see how somebody could get offended. It's like, why are they saying that? It's Mexican dude or whatever.
Yeah, they used to call. I was watching that Pablo Escobar Narcos, and they listen to me. I'm gonna be trying to speak with a Spanish accent all night. Now I'm probably gonna be pandering to my Hispanic. Hey, look, that's what they said about me. They said I be pandering. Because I like David Benavidez, and I did that Charlo video, right? But Mike Tyson kind of said, say the names. Black folks got mad at me. They was like, oh, you trying to pander to the Latino community to get your numbers up. I'm like, nigga, the numbers been going up. What you mean? But I love my
man. I understand what you're saying, though, bro. Some people are like, why do you go to all these channels and shit? I'm like, what are you talking about, man? I want to talk boxing. He's like, yeah, but why don't you come to my channel? Why don't you go? I'm like, I don't care what channel I go to. I just want to talk boxing.
Yeah, man. But things like this, man, like I said, I'm gonna put up a couple of these screenshots. Shout out to Punch Drum Boxing, who he actually gave me the idea for this in his comments. He said, read the comments. It might be a good topic for your show. And shout out to Punch Drunk, and I'm gonna take your advice on it. Even though I disagree with him on his stance, I thought it was a good topic. So shout out to Punch Drum Boxing for this topic. I'd be remiss if I didn't give him this credit. Shout out to my guy Reggie Owens in the chat as well. Conshana, yeah, we got a very diverse community here. Carmen Serene said my mother is Mexican, but I don't consider myself Latina because I didn't grow up with her. Interesting. Do you speak Spanish, Karma, or do you take part in any of the your Mexican culture? Curious. She's from Texas, if I'm not mistaken. So
I remember hearing about karma, man. I mean, I would be interested to hear Karma's perspective on this topic, actually.
Yeah, me too. I like Karma, man. She cool.
Yeah, that's a homegirl. That's a homegirl.
Her Twitter be rolling. Follow her on Twitter, Karma Serene on Twitter.
I do.
Yeah, that should be having me rolling. She said, "Happy Sunday to everybody except Dillian White."
I saw that shit this morning.
Yeah, and she had them eyebrows all done. I like brows on girls. She had really nice eyebrows. Shout out my guy Pittsburgh. What up, homie? Yeah, man. So we got a survey in the chat. 28 votes over there, only 15 likes, 30 watching, and we're asking people in the chat, how do you feel about black boxers wearing the Mexican sombreros? Is it trolling, playing mind games? Is it racist? Is it pandering to Mexican fans or paying homage or homage? Or is it just corny and played out? I'm looking right here. So far, the room is split. The majority of the people are saying it's corny and played out, 39%. 36% is saying it's trolling, playing mind games. 18% said it's pandering to the Mexican fans. 7% believe it's racist. I'm gonna make sure I got these phone lines open because I would love to hear from you. All 470-705-9507, 470-705-9507. Got my guy Piotr here. Rado the Storm is in the chat. Rado the Storm said he's the official Mexican in the chat. But Piero's the official Mexican on the panel, right?
That's usually what it is. Definitely on certain channels, I'd be like, "Yep, I'm the official Mexican on the channel."
Yeah. Shout out to H Money. I think you be doing translations for H, right?
I've done it. Well, early on when when certain because he gets like all kinds of people that come through his channel, and especially early on, like he literally lets on anybody. And there was like, I think this Guatemalan cat. He didn't speak English and he wanted to join the conversation, so H was like, "Hey, translate for us." I'm like, "All right, cool."
Okay, now girl behind the mic probably gave me some culture right here. She said sombreros are known for the Mexican culture, but have heritage in Native Americans and alleged affiliation with some African cultures. Sombreros is not cultural appropriation if you know your history. I didn't know that. Did you know anything about the sombreros being linked to the Native Americans as well as African cultures?
I didn't know about the African cultures, but the Native American, Mexicans, are Native Americans. What you call Mexicans have been around these lands forever, you know?
Bro, if you look, and I be trying to tell people that, man. Listen to me, my poor English. I say I be trying. I try to tell that to people. Like if you ever go to Mexico and take a trip, especially when they having those celebrations there, what you see in a festival and their parades, being an American, once you see it there, you will be. It's everything you think of when you think of a quote unquote Indian. I'm talking about the feathers, the headdress, the drums, the like the, you know what I'm saying? I know that might have been a little racist right there, but you know, like the chants and things like that. The chants and the colors and the feathers and just the whole garb that you see the Mexican people wear in Mexico when they doing these things, even the statues and the big old monuments like of the Mayans and stuff like that. It's what we think of in America when we think of a quote unquote Indian or Native American. And I was like, oh man, they didn't die off. All the Native Americans didn't die off, and they just left.
Speaking of one right now.
See what I'm saying? So your family was basically were here first in Native American. They went to Mexico, and then you guys came back. Is what you're saying?
Well, like particularly like my mom's side. I mean, like on my grandfather's side, just on my mom's dad, they have like straight indigenous blood. They have no mixing of the blood. Like, you know how the Spaniards came and then started having, you know, this girl looks fine. I mean, whatever, you know. So that's on my dad's side. But like me personally, my last name is Allen. That's my dad's last name. My great grandfather was from England. So I got all kinds of shit up in mind, man.
Dope.
Yeah, it's crazy. And actually, I just wanted to say too, real quick before you keep cooking.
Go ahead,
to what
bro.
Oh yeah, to what girl behind the mic was saying is like, you know, I've never heard of like the African excuse me, the African influence in as in pertains to the sombrero, but I mean it very well could be. I mean, there's a town in Veracruz called Yanda, Veracruz, and that's a town that has kind of like a historical significance because it's called Yanda because Yanda was an African slave that was brought over by the Spanish. And they actually started a revolt. All the slaves that were in that town, they started a revolt. He was the one that started it, and you know he wiped out all their captors, and they actually established I believe, I'm not sure if I'm off, one of the first colonies that was just run by all freed slaves.
Wow.
Yeah, and there's a statue over there and everything. I had an aunt that lived in Veracruz. I just didn't know about that history when I used to go over there, but I want to go over there one day, check it out.
Yeah, man, definitely go. You gotta go, man. Gotta go check on your folks. Man, I love to travel and I tell a lot of people, man, I talk to so many people, man, who don't have a passport. Some of these guys be 40 years old, never left the country. Never left the country.
Yeah, man.
Like get out the country, homie. Travel. You learn more about the world. Because like I said in my opening, America is very culturally diverse. And it's a melting pot. It's just not New York. It's not LA, Miami, New York. Like, if depending on where you go, bro, you're gonna see some Mexicans in Omaha. Not just you're gonna see them in Texas, Ohio, Cleveland. The Hispanics are part of the tapestry in America just as much as the black folks. Yeah, they was here first. Many of them was here first. Many of you know what I'm saying. It's crazy, Puro. People will tell you, me, to go back to where we came from. But our lineage here in this country or even on this continent right here goes longer than their family history. You get what I'm saying?
No,
like,
I totally get what you're saying.
your family just got here like a couple years ago. Like, not you. I'm just saying, like, you.
No, for sure.
Parents are Russian, German. Like, you guys came here after World War II. You guys came here after. But you telling me and Puro to go back where we came from, but our family's been here for, my family fought in every fucking war this country had. You get what I'm saying? From Revolutionary to Civil War, and we have the documentation of the Joneses and the Evans family fighting in pretty much every war this country had. But they'll tell me to go back where we came from, which is weird, which is crazy. Like I said, this show is not about disrespecting the Mexican cultures. Today, I'm gonna need the mods on their job because we're not gonna be disrespecting the Mexican brothers and sisters. We're trying to have a conversation, and hopefully, we can get somewhere and get some closure. Whether we agree or disagree, we're gonna have a productive conversation. I got my guy here, the boxing scholar, aka DBS, aka Brandon, aka Mr. Troy Graham's worst nightmare. I'm joking. How you doing tonight, boxing scholar? Welcome home.
Chilling, man. What's up?
Man, God is
What's
good.
up, Scholar? How you doing, man?
What's up, bro?
Man, we here for a reason. Might as well do the work while we here, right?
Yeah.
All right, talk to me, man. What you think of this topic, man? Should black boxers stop wearing the Mexican sombrero? Is it trolling? Do you think it's racist? Is it pandering to Mexican fans, or is it just corny and play it out?
I think it depends on which fighter. I think when Floyd Mayweather and his uncle Roger Mayweather did it was trolling. Because I think Roger Mayweather used to call himself, besides the Black Mama, he used to call himself like the Mexican assassin. So it just depends. It varies for each individual. But to speak to the greater point, I feel like Mexicans carry the sport. I feel like from the origins of which it started to where it gradually went to where it is now, 80% of the demographics is Mexican, and they carry the sport.
80?
So yeah. That's what the number. That's what Floyd said. So I'm gonna trust Floyd. I ain't confirmed and looked at the sources yet, but that's what they say.
Business of boxing. I take his word for it for now.
That's why I took it at face value too, because he's businessman.
I mean, think about it though. They start pro at what? How old? Like Puro, how old can you start pro in Mexico? Like 14, 15 years old? The Mexican brothers be out there boxing real early. I remember. I think Devin had to go to Mexico to start pro because he couldn't get a license here in America first.
I didn't know I was on mute. My bad, Mark.
15. I'm sorry.
I didn't know I was on mute. My bad, Mark.
No, go ahead.
I was just saying that 16, I believe, is the youngest you can go in Mexico, and a lot of them start that young because out of necessity, you know. There's not a very good amateur program there. There's a lot of corruption.
You said it's not a good amateur program, or no?
No, it's a lot of corruption. You know, I mean that's why, like, literally, I don't remember the last time a Mexicans won any type of medal in boxing over there, and shit. We have a lot of champions in the professional ranks, just very few Olympic champions.
We'll pull that up. Why Boxing Scholar? Go ahead, pick up from there, Boxing Scholar. So go ahead.
So yeah, I just think that they show up and support fighters, and they show up in droves. So I mean, it just depends on the individual. It can be looked at as trolling if they know the demographics, like to get them to show up to lose, like Floyd Mayweather fighting on Cinco de Mayo. So yeah, it can be a form of trolling, but ultimately it's just business. And I've been accused of pandering too to Mexicans, and I think that is extremely funny because YouTube, like you always call them, the YouTube daddies, pander to their biasness, which is why they're subscribed to them. They don't fact check them or anything because they pander to them, but they'll turn around and say I'm pandering because I'm giving my honest assessment. Or if I say Canelo's a good fighter, I can't say Canelo's a good fighter and could potentially be great without pandering to Mexicans. That just blows my mind. Like how crazy people are. Like how they selective with they outrage. They outrage ain't consistent. They'll look at a person who is just calling what they see and say, oh, well, he's pandering. But they won't go to a YouTube channel who clearly panders to them and call them out for pandering because they agree with them. We just live in a weird space right now. But yeah, I appreciate, like, everywhere I go in San Antonio, every gym I go is Mexican. Every gym I go to, like even like a 5-mile radius, all of them that are open are normally like Mexican gyms because they've integrated it with their culture. It's a cultural thing now. So I mean, they're keeping the sport alive. And my biasness, like I always say, is to the sport of boxing. So hey, if you're gonna pander fighters and wear the sombreros, pander on. If you're gonna troll on. Just keep the sport alive.
Okay.
I'm Mexican. It doesn't bother me one bit.
All right, for sure. Let me do this super chat real quick. DJ said it's corny and play it out. Black fighters should move on from wearing the colors. Black fighters wouldn't like if they trolled black culture. Let me give them the drop on that. Let's break that down. Because like I said, I'm gonna get into Punch Drunk's comments on this video, which sparked this video right here.
I got 5 on it.
And I'll preface that as well with this. Punch is not my enemy. I don't have no enemy. Matter of fact, I think I got one enemy on YouTube. That's the dude who told me I can't come to Dallas. But for playing me, he shall forever remain nameless. That's the only guy. But other than that, I ain't got no enemies up here. And especially somebody who gave me an opportunity to come on this platform. Let me talk to a couple champions over there. Definitely always donated to the show. So no, I'm not gonna disrespect them, but I'm gonna disrespect some people in his comments though. But I gotta go along with it. Somebody was like, "Yo, let me see if I can I pull these comments up? I'm gonna share the screen on his comments." He said, "I want to find this good one. Where is it at? Punch might have deleted it. I don't think he deleted it. But people was like, yo, how would you feel if they came in there with Jerry curls, afro pits, crack pipes?" Whoa.
Crack pipes.
Yo, that's my culture. Crack pipes is my culture. Somebody also said, yeah, you should come in dressed like George Floyd. Damn, he got a lot of comments up here since last time I went up here. I gotta find it. Damn, it's like 300 comments up here. I gotta find it. I think he commented on my comment, so let me find my comment because, you know me, I'll be first to these videos, homie.
Yeah, but doesn't it logically make sense, Mark? If a majority of the demographics, even if it ain't 80%, to do as they do, it's like Eminem and rap. Eminem don't make white albums; he goes with what's popular, right? It like saying like it would be the equivalent of coming in with crack pipes. That shit is extremely offensive. Like, what the fuck does crack pipes have to do with black people? Like,
what about how would y'all feel if King Nello, not Canelo, King Nello, because he is the cash king in boxing, I mean, you can hate him, love him, whatever. Canelo getting to the bag, homie. And he want his money up front. He ain't doing no back end money. How would black folks feel if Canelo came out to that bitch with a dashiki? Like, people would be upset, right? That would be disrespectful, correct? Or no? Or would he be trolling his opponent? If he fighting a guy from Africa in Africa, is he trolling or is he being disrespectful? Is he pandering to American fans now that he's speaking English? Because he's speaking a hell of a good English now. I mean, and he is killing these interviews. He cracking jokes in interview. Is Canelo pandering by now speaking English? I don't think so. No, that's business. He realized, hey man, I can get more endorsements, so I can reach a broader base by doing that. But let's say he did wear that dashiki. Go ahead, Puro. You go first. I see you was on mute. Go for it, bro.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, like Canelo. I mean, I don't like it. Literally, like so Mexican fans come out, right? Most people could say that. So, like, literally, like, why would he have to like wear a dashiki? Like, I mean, to me, that would be offensive if he came out wearing a dashiki. I mean, they would just, if it doesn't make sense, and I'm like, okay, naturally, I'm gonna go. It's like he's just trying to be offensive. He's trying to, troll the people that that identify with a dashiki. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's how I see it. I mean, but the thing is that like. Mexicans, the way I was raised, like, is that you always have to respect the opponent, because if you don't respect the opponent, why are you fighting them for? You know what I'm saying? And that's probably what's the mentality that Canelo has. I don't feel I need to do this, I don't feel do that. All I feel I need to do is respect my opponent.
Boston Scholar, same question.
Pura made a good point. If the demographics were majority black, it would make sense to me why he would do it. If he did it and the majority of people ain't black, it wouldn't make any sense. I would just see it as exactly what it was. Like, it doesn't even make sense financially for him. Like, what is the purpose of you doing that? And I wouldn't be offended. I mean, to be all the way honest with you, there's like a disconnect between African and black. Like, the African fighters don't identify with black. Black fighters are just that, black fighters. And I don't know if it was something you could do to like offend black people. Because I've seen people come out with rappers, black rappers. Like, I've seen them come out, with the black swag, and it wasn't offensive to me. So yeah, it wouldn't offend me.
Somebody said something right here. I'm trying to find out what Reggie said. Reggie, click the link, pull up with us. He said something right here. I'm going to try to break it down. Shout out to everybody pulling up. We got a lot of people in here already. Thank you so much for your time and energy. Smash the like button on the way in the room. It really helps with the visibility. Somebody said something about, okay, here we go. Hell, this is Reggie. He said, hell, some black folks had an issue with Tyson Fury walking out to Biggie's Juicy. I didn't see him walk out to that. I saw him do an Instagram video or a Twitter video with the kids. And he was saying, if you don't know, now you know, nigga, with the kids. And the kids are singing along. I think that's what people took a bracelet to, because, the clip is only 1 minute long. That's the clip you showed. You could have showed a different clip, like it was all a dream. Shipping up Word Up magazine, Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the living. Like, he could have did that part. He did the hook. So some people did have a problem with that. But it was him just singing a song too. Some people say, hey, he's just singing a song.
He did come out to Juicy though, Mark.
Go ahead, bro.
He came out to Juicy. He came out to 2 songs. I believe one of the bands is Sex on Fire by this guy, a band called Kings of Leon.
This last fight right here?
Yeah, with DILLIAN WHYTE, yeah. And then he came out with to Juicy.
My volume off. I missed that. He came out to Biggie in Wembley?
Yeah.
That's major.
Shout out to Biggie, man. He just made it big time, right?
I love that. I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that at all. Were they upset in Wembley? Like, black folks was upset about that shit? I'm late.
I didn't notice if anybody was upset. I thought it was cool though. I was singing along.
See, Karma is talking about the video I'm talking about. See, I remember that video, Karma, when the kids were saying the N-word too in the video. I remember that, but I didn't have my volume up for the ring walks. Yeah. Oh my goodness, man, that's major. That's big for Biggie Smalls. Brought Biggie Smalls to Wembley. Let's go.
But
Yeah,
I think he's from Brooklyn, right, Biggie? Like
yeah,
he like fucking
absolutely.
Brooklyn's like worldwide now, you know?
Come on, man. That was major.
Yeah, people miss that though. People miss that.
No, I didn't know that. I know about the Instagram. I didn't know he came out to that either. I think I had it on mute as well.
Okay. But look, the phone lines are open as well. If you want to talk to my Mexican brother Piero, and if they want to call you a race trader tonight, I'm gonna bang it on them. I'm gonna hang up on them. But you know they're gonna call you a race trader tonight. It was like, oh, you kicked out the Latino race. I'm joking. Maybe they will. Maybe they won't. But shout out to my guy Piero here for now Piero. Are they gonna say you're pandering to black YouTubers?
They already have. They already have. People already told me that. Yeah.
Why?
I mean, we talked about it the first time I came on your show, Mark. Remember after the show and shit?
Yeah, but
I get it from I've gotten that. You know. Nah, bro. I mean, it is what it is. Like, I mean, some people like, I don't understand it. I mean, like, if you go, depending on what history you believe, we had a segregation in this country. Now, it kind of feels like some people feel like it was a bad thing to get rid of, to leave that model of that way of thinking. It's just kind of weird to me. I mean, to me, I just like the person. I mean, if you're a dick to me, I'm gonna be like, fuck you, But if you're cool with me, man, you got a friend for life. That's just how I am, But everybody's different.
Shout out to my brother X Tech Pride 3 times. He said, I was upset. Adrian Broner said, I just beat the shit out of a Mexican. Why though?
I don't even remember him saying that. Okay, I remember him saying the can man one.
That's what he said in the ring. He actually got I want to say suspended, but they just basically, I'm like, he didn't really get suspended. He ain't had no fight coming up neither, but he I think it was versus DeMarco, right? If I'm not mistaken. He said, I'm the can man. Anybody can get it. African, American,
Mexican.
Jamaican. I just beat the shit out of a Mexican right now. And the crowd went crazy with the boos. Jim Gray was like, no, we're not, because it was on a Mexican holiday too. But he ain't lying. He did just beat the Mexican.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't take no offense to it whatsoever, Probably gave us fuel.
Yeah, it's wordplay, and it was creative. It didn't sound racist, but he did just beat the Mexican guy. But he had said African, American, Jamaican. I just beat the shit out of a Mexican. But like I said in my opening, Piero, it's not for Marq Nash to be offended. It's for the Mexican brother and sister to be offended if they are, right?
Yes. But check this out, Mark. I think you got the idea for this topic on a video you saw from a channel that I don't even think he's Mexican, right? The dude that brought up
he's not Mexican.
He's not Mexican, right? So, I mean, I'm not offended that he brought it up or he has an opinion, whatever. He can think what he wants. But, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, he's not Mexican. So, I mean, people that listen to him give his opinion, I mean, do they hold it in high regard? I mean, do they know he's not Mexican? I mean, I'm not sure.
I think they can tell he's not Mexican, but it's easy.
Yeah, I think they can. But, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean, like.
So, is he pandering to Mexicans with this topic, huh?
You would have to ask him, right? And that's a good thing. You can. I'm you know him, right? So you can literally ask him.
Yeah, I'm a DM him on IG. I'm gonna tell him I took your advice. I'm doing that topic. Pull up. I'm gonna
salute to Right of the Storm.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let me do that super chat real quick. Shout out to Right of the Storm. He said, "Salute to all of my Mexicans brothers, Piero, sir, and Marq Nash. I'm Marquez Nash. It's Marquez Nash tonight.
It's el compa Mark today, I guess, huh?
Yeah. Viva la Mexico. Viva la Mexico.
A huevo, güey.
Siempre. All right. That's
yes,
it. Don't
yes, you're supposed to say a huevo, actually. Like if somebody says Viva Mexico, you're supposed to say a huevo.
A huevo. All right. You
got it.
Yeah, look.
Nah, bro. Got no reason to trick
you. Hey, look, man. Y'all know how I give it up. I party like it's Cinco de Mayo every week. But the words tequila's the only Spanish we speak. Hey. I know how I give it up, homie. I love it. But let me give him the drop, though. Let me give him the $5 drop. Thank you for the donation. Thanks for keeping the lights on. We need it. God knows we do.
I got 5 on it.
Definitely is not free doing the show and putting these graphics up. So thank you, Rod of the Storm. And yeah, man, if I can get some more of my Latin brothers and sisters to call the number, that'd be dope. 470-705-9507. Matter of fact, if you black, white, Asian, whatever, you can call in on this topic. We also had a couple other topics on the docket. It is fight week. And we do have a black guy facing a Mexican who's probably gonna wear that sombrero again.
Judgment Day, bro.
Oh,
4 days till Judgment Day.
Oh man, what we got 4 days in a wake up, right?
Yeah, man. Can't wait. Vegas, baby. Wait.
Go ahead, Boston Scholar. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, it's not a coincidence that Dana White was trying to have UFC cards in Mexico. That's not a coincidence, man. He knows that a majority of the demographic of boxing fans are them and African Americans. So and that was strategics, man. Was Dana White pandering then? I mean, it's just like I say, my bias is always to the sport, and they carrying the torch right now. It just is what it is. That's not going to sway my opinion. If I think Canelo fought Anthony Joshua, I wouldn't say Canelo has a chance to win. You get what I'm saying? Like, it just is what it is, man. Like, but with the Adrian Broner thing, I think people were more offended because they felt like it was derogatory, like the way he said it. Like, because that's what my friends said. They said they didn't have a problem with what he said. They just didn't like the way he said it. Like, it's like the pronunciation. Like, people Democrats, some people like Democrat. Like or Mexican and Mexican. The racist people like the Mexicans. You get what I'm saying? Like the pronunciation. That's what they said they were offended by. But yeah, I mean, like, this is not really my expertise. I'm not the offended people to be speaking on this.
Absolutely. But my brother right here, Aztec Pride 3 times, he said he was offended. Man, and shout out to those Aztecs, bro. Like I said, man, if you're a black person in Mexico, man, I mean in America, when you take a trip to Mexico, man. Breathe in. Don't just stay on the resort. Get out there, man. Go on some of those excursions. Like I tell y'all to go over there on one of those weekends where they doing their pride like type thing where they celebrating their culture, where it's gonna be a parade and festival. It's gonna blow your mind, homie. It's gonna blow your mind because it ain't a bunch of mariachi bands, respectfully. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see some shit that what you think is a Indian or a Native American type shit. Drums, bro. I bought some, bro. I got Mexican instruments now. When y'all listen to my beats, when y'all hear them bongos going on, those are some bongos I bought in Mexico. Oh yeah, those my little war drums I be in here playing. The shakes, I be using my little shakers from Mexico. I got a lot of little Mexican instruments that I bought over there in Mexico. Every time I go, I try to bring back a couple little pieces of, me. Everywhere I travel, man, I'm bringing back some instruments. But yeah, man, it's cultural though, right? The sombrero is cultural. I think it's trying to get under the guy's skin. Like I said, I'm not trying to lead the witness in the chat. You guys can vote how you want to vote. But me personally, Marq Nash, and the votes are anonymous too, so I don't know who voted what. So that's okay. Let me know in the chat though too. For the people who are in the chat, let me know in the chat which one of the 4 choices that you chose. Let me get a screenshot of it. I got 4 choices. The only reason I only got 4 choices, ladies and gentlemen, is because that's what YouTube allows. I wish they gave us 5 or 6, so I can put A, B, C, D, all of the above, none of the above. You get what I'm saying? But I'll put a screenshot up so you guys can see the choices, because some of you guys tell me you don't see the survey, which is weird. But I'm trying. I'm working on it, so bear with me. As the show grows. Maybe YouTube changed their thing. I'll email that in. So here are the choices. How do you feel about black boxers wearing the Mexican sombreros? It's trolling. It's racist. It's homage, pandering to Mexican fans. It's corny and played out. Now, what I did remember about my guy Punch, though, he did say it was corny and played out. Me, if you still get mad about it, I'm going to keep on doing it. Nope, it ain't corny. It ain't played out. No, I don't think it's corny played out. I like it because I like to hear that roar of fucking boos when they walk in. Look at Roger Mayweather. He like he seen a ghost on his picture. Don't he look shook? Like every picture, and this the best one I had. Every picture I had, he was looking crazy. Shit, low key, he looked like he got Debo eyes right now. What's up with that? His right, our left. Like that shit lazy as hell. He's out sleepy as hell. But that's a whole another conversation. Tank Davis, you know what I'm saying? Shakur Stevenson, excuse me. Yeah, man, these guys are doing this. And to be fair, other than Chris Colbert, in his last fight, but Yeah, they've been doing it and they've been winning too. I mean, Roger Mayweather, he lost to Julio Cesar Chavez. Like he said, I was killing all the motherfuckers until they brought Julio. But for those who think it's total racist and all that stuff, I'm gonna play this clip again for the people who just got here. This is a clip from 1989. This is May 13th, 1989. So yeah, they got an anniversary coming up. This is Chavez versus Roger Mayweather, part 2. Let's roll the clip.
He won't fall over as easily as he did in their first fight.
And the boos you hear
You heard them boos?
In their first fight.
and the boos you hear in the arena greet the entrance of the man who Mexicans see as the Mexican assassin, a man who's built much of his career by knocking off Mexican fighters, Roger Mayweather.
And wearing that Mexican costume is sort of a good-natured taunting, or some people may take it as a fella sticking his head.
He said good-natured taunting. I don't even know what good-natured taunting is, but I'll let Larry Merchant have it. You taunting me, that ain't good nature. I mean, unless I guess I be taunting my daughter, and I be taunting the kids on the basketball court, because I be feeling like LeBron playing with 12-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? But I'm killing y'all little niggas today. Go ahead.
An assassin, a man who's built much of his career by knocking off Mexican fighters, Roger Mayweather.
And wearing that Mexican costume is sort of a good-natured taunting, or some people may take it as a fella sticking his head into his opponent's face.
Well, it's a bit of a perverse relationship. They boo him, they root against
This is key. Listen to this.
him, but they don't dislike him. Yeah.
You heard it again. They root against him, but they don't dislike him.
His face.
Well, it's a bit of a perverse relationship. They boo him, they root against him, but they don't dislike him.
Bro, he got on the whole little. What's the Piotr, what's the cover? Like the head is called a sombrero, but what's the the little? It's almost like a tarp almost, or a towel.
The thing they wear over like their shoulders.
Yeah. I'm about to put
it's called a sarape. Sarape with a Z.
Sarape.
With a Z. Yeah. And also, real quick, I just want to say, Reggie makes a good point. Like, yeah, Mexicans should probably be more offended by him calling the clothing a costume, because I was laughing when he did say costume. And then also want to tell DJ, I would call an ass whooping a paliza. That's what my dad used to call it.
Paliza. That sounds like getting beat up by the police. I mean, I was just letting you translation.
Well, the police usually gives a shit. The police gave me a couple of palizas when I was a kid, so it's all good.
That translation, I'm gonna beat your ass like I'm the fucking cops, nigga. I'm gonna give you a paliza, bitch. Say one more word. You want a paliza? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's my translation. I don't want no policia. Hey, look, nobody want policia or policia.
Nobody wants one of them.
Or alopecia. Shout out to
who guys?
No, shout out to Jada Pinkett Smith.
Oh yeah, her too. I forgot.
yo, I shouldn't have did that. I mean, that some of these jokes just kind of write themselves. I'm sorry. All right. Look, let me play the rest of this audio. We'll get back to the commentary.
Yeah. They boo him, they root against him, but they don't dislike him. They know he's done a lot for the identity of Mexican fighters and for the boxing business in this town.
They respect him.
The record, 34-5, 23 KOs, mostly with solid shots off that great right hand. And there goes the sombrero.
And he threw it in the crowd, and somebody jumped up to get
KOs,
it.
mostly with solid
he
shots
threw
off
that shit like
right
a
hand.
frisbee.
And there goes the sombrero.
Oh, a lot of people jumped up to try to get it. Oh, that's in a little screen in the corner. Can I?
3 KOs.
Let me see if I can get a
Mostly with
screenshot.
solid shots off that great right hand. And there goes.
Oh yeah, they trying to jump up and get to somewhere though. I didn't know he did that at every fight. He throw the hat into the audience. Oh, Roger.
I don't remember that part, but it doesn't surprise me.
Oh my God, and they jumping up to try to get to somewhere though.
You know why though, Mark?
Because now they got a souvenir. Win, lose, or draw.
Not only that,
Not
only that, remember I said it was a cultural thing. They might not like you, but if you're a knockout or you're a good fighter, they respect the sport enough to cheer for you. It was a cultural. was it cultural appropriation when Triple G was saying Mexican style after every fight?
Woo!
I was more offended by that, to be honest.
Bro, get your ass up out of here. Talk about Mexican style. He ain't got no Mexican style. You got a Mexican trainer, and you'll come forward fighter. That's it, bro. That ain't Mexican. No, these and it's disrespectful to the Mexican. Man, Mexican motherfuckers, like, I get a lot of hate from my Juan Manuel Marquez video too of him sleeping Pacquiao. He slept him, homie. No debating. Didn't leave. Manny Pacquiao still left a piece of himself in that ring that night. He dreams of that Marquez right hand every time he in the fight. He ain't never fought that wild and dangerous ever since, bro. He turned off that kill switch. But I say that to say this. I want y'all to, matter of fact, let me do that shit too. I'm gonna pull up some of these comments off that one video off this one dude. This one dude on Facebook just won't let it go. And I'll be like, bro, what did he test positive for? Who called him? What did he test positive? I mean, I'm just keep asking him. What did he test positive for? Because he was like, well, you already know that shit ain't gonna be getting out. I mean, you ought to read my back and forth. I'm an asshole. I wouldn't let it go out. And look, and guess what his name is? Jose Benavidez. It be your own people, bro. It be your own people, man.
Shout out to Yepes in the chat.
This dude, okay. So I posted my man. I got that as one of boxing's greatest knockouts, right? Because that ended ended 4 fights. You get what I'm saying? That was the last of 4 fights. You know what I'm saying?
It did.
And Marquez was like, "Nah, I'm gonna leave it right here, homie. I'm good." And I get it. I don't want no more smoke, man. Look, especially in his mind, I beat you those other times anyway. We got a draw. You got 2 wins. Like, even HBO thought Marquez had lost that last fight. But I said that to say this: no matter how good you think you are, you're gonna have your naysayers, and sometimes it'll be your own people. But that's a whole nother conversation. But let me pass the mic to y'all real quick. I feel like I'm over talking to guests right now. Did everybody give me their reaction? Also, I want to know in the chat what did you guys vote? Did y'all vote it was trolling? Was it racist? Was it pandering to Mexicans? Was it corny? And I'm gonna put this screenshot up. I'm gonna let y'all see these comments. You won't believe it. But go ahead, I'll pass the mic. Okay, everybody quiet.
You know what I dislike is I kind of feel what Puro's going through. Whenever I be in class and they be talking about black slavery or black Christian, they always defer to me like I'm the expert. Like, man, this shit happened 200 or 300 years ago. I don't fucking know. I'm not the expert. I get it though. They don't want to be offensive, you know, because sometimes it's hard to talk about history in its true nature, true form without, you know, pissing people off. So they just want to make sure that they good with you. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think that's what this is the case of. Pure has become the expert on the panel because not a lot of people have showed up to talk about the issue. But really, we want to know.
Yeah,
like,
I'm no
like,
expert scholar. You're right.
What's that, Pure? What's the last part?
No, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut off scholar. I'm just saying you're right, bro, because I'm no expert at all.
I disagree, bro. I think you're an expert.
Thank you, though, but I feel you.
Hey, look, if nothing else, you're doing a hell of a job translating. Because I would have said, what's this thing they wearing right here that look like a towel with a hook? You know what I'm saying? Because Mike Tyson wore something similar. Nigga, yeah, they would have killed me in the chat, in the comments. But the hat is called a sombrero, and the covering is called a what again?
The hat is shit. I forgot what it's exactly called. But sombreros like the you know, everybody knows that sombrero. But anyways, there's an actual name for it. I forget. But the dress, the garb, that's a sarape.
Sarape, the garb.
Zarape.
Right. And the shoes are called zapatas. Zapatos. I'm sorry. Hey, look, Jay-Z used to have me call them zapatos. Because he was like, you grew up with holes in your zapatos. You appreciate the minute you were having dough. And I was like, and then I went right into I was right there in Mexico thinking I know some shit. I was like, let me see your zapatos. No, I was like, let me see your zapatos.
Hey man, I mean, it's just kind of like it's the same thing, just with like a different accent. If you think about it, it's like kind of like Adidas. When I was a kid, I used to call them Adidas.
Funny at first, but they knew I was in the shoe store. They just laughed at me and kept it moving. Yeah, but yeah. Corny joke. I didn't know no better. So look at what homie tells me, right? So I put up the Manny Pacquiao versus Marquez knockout. He said with the little help of steroids. Jose Benito, I was like, if he tested positive, we all would know, right? If Marquez tested positive after knocking out Pacquiao like that, the whole world would know, right?
Yep.
You said no? You disagree?
No, I said yeah. I said yep.
Yep. I was like, the whole world would know. His reply was, it's a dirty business, and you know it. And when it's money to be made, okay, it's money to be made on every fight, Jose. He said, by many individual, the dirt will never get out. Why you act like this shit never don't happen? Even the judges are corrupt. Why? Money. Okay, my reply was, what substance did Marquez pop dirty for after Pacquiao? I won't let it go. You get what I'm saying? That's my reply to that. Because that's how we got here. You said the man popping stir. You want to have a conversation about boxing being corrupt as a whole? I get you, homie. But we can't just say the guy was on steroids because you lost money on the fight. His reply was, Marq Nash, did you not read my previous post? The dirt would never get out. Man, the fuck out of here. My reply was, if the dirt didn't get out and would never get out, by your own words, how the fuck you find out? Where, on Facebook? Oh yeah, man. I be replying to comments on me. Every day I take about an hour of my day just to reply to comments. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Yeah. I reply to everybody. I take about an hour out the day. Oh yeah, but somebody said it's trolling, cultural appropriate. Okay, my boy HLD, he's Hispanic. Let me drop the link again. Shout out to my Latino brothers.
Salute to HLD.
Yeah, but
I have a funny story about HLD, but I'll tell you afterwards.
Yeah, but he ain't Mexican.
No, that's like the funny story. Like when the first time I ever went on a panel, it was H's panel. Like I don't like yelling, you know. I like the free smoke, but my style is not the yelling. But I yelled at HLD. Well, actually, the HLD yelled at me first because I called him Way, right? And he's like, and then his reason was like, oh, well, you know, it's different over here and stuff like that. The Way is like way, like in
homie,
Mexico,
right?
you're like ¿Qué onda, güey? Like homie, yeah. It means dude actually. It's like, what's up, dude? But he got offended, or I don't know if he actually got offended, but I was like, we were yelling at each other. Yeah, it's like something like that, yeah. But we were yelling at each other. The point is, we were yelling at each other, right? And then I'm like,
wait.
And then it's like, and then I literally apologized to him, like, you know, like my bad. I normally don't do this type of shit. I just kind of thought it was funny that, like, you know, he got mad at Way when it's like in my culture, in Mexican culture, it's like dude, or like what's up, my brother, like that type of stuff. You know, it's just like HLD. Like, what's up? Shout out to HLD though. That's the homie.
Puerto Rican then, like, cause he's Puerto Rican.
Shit, man, I don't know how to say it in Puerto Rican.
Maybe he thought you was saying he was soft like Goldilocks curves.
Oh, that's what he was saying. Like, oh, we don't use Way over here, and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, I just like literally like I'm close to this family that they're Puerto Rican. They actually like fucking brought my family over, you know, on the border back in the day. But anyways, I got a lot of love for Puerto Ricans, but shit, man, I don't remember them ever getting offended. But I mean, like I said, you know, everybody sees the world differently. But you know, at the end of the day, I just thought it was kind of interesting and funny. Shout out to HLD. He's cool. That's the homie.
He cool with me, shit. Man, like I told you, I ain't got no enemies on this shit. None.
Neither.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Mark, it's funny because
if we was enemies, we wouldn't be on YouTube talking about it. You know what I'm saying? So now, granted, some people might not like me, but man, it is what it is, man. I get it.
It's funny.
We don't agree on certain fighters. You might not agree with my tone, my delivery. You might think my jokes are corny, but come on, man. You love the show, nigga. Come on, nigga. You like the show. Cause I blocked you and y'all still be pulling up. I'll be like, damn, how you know what I talked about last week? I blocked you like months ago.
Hey, the very thing that you was arguing with the guy on Facebook about made me go subscribe to Pura. We were talking about Panama Lewis. And of course I got my speculations, but it ain't concrete evidence. And Puro told me it wasn't enough. And he was right. I could still believe in whatever, but it's basically a conspiracy because it ain't no proof. Now, it was suspicious that Marquez did hit maturity overnight when he worked with Alex Ariza, but we ain't got no proof. and according to him, it's never gonna come out. So it didn't happen. It didn't fucking happen. It's never gonna come out. Oh, HLD pulled up. I let him get his bar.
That's my guy. That's my guy.
They body their own narratives, bro. I get you. My bad. What up,
Hold
HLD?
on. But before HLD jump in, let me say this though. I want you to say that last part again, because maybe I didn't connect the dots.
Which part?
No, that last part you said about Marquez was working with who?
Oh, Alex Ariza. Alex Ariza kind of has
for the
this
Pacquiao knockout for the Pacquiao fight.
Yeah, he worked with Alex Ariza. No, it wasn't Alex Ariza.
You're thinking of Memo Heredia. That's who you're thinking of. Memo, yeah.
It wasn't Alex Ariza. That's why I wasn't connecting the dots. It was
it was Memo Heredia.
And low key, I blame Max Kellerman because Max Kellerman did an interview one time and he was like, the Mexicans had the better chemist tonight, or some shit like he said, just in coy and casual. I was like, that's dangerous, homie. Like that, I just think that's dangerous. And we gotta hold ourselves. Me personally, I try to hold myself more responsible with my microphone, homie. Like you gotta be responsible on these airwaves. Like you can't just say somebody cheated with no evidence. Just what I think he cheated, which is gonna lead me to our next topic. Before we get there though, I gotta talk to my guy HLD. He's not Mexican, but he is of Latin descent, correct?
Sí, señor. What's going on there?
Cool. Hey. Mi hermano, right?
Yeah, mi hermano, eso mismo.
Yeah, that's everywhere, homie. Like, cause y'all
just don't say what's up, way.
He go.
I don't even know if HLD remembers that shit.
I do, man. You said it, I remember.
You went at me, man. I remember the first time, and I was like yelling at you, and I went on mute, and I was laughing my ass off, bro. Like, what am I doing? I'm yelling at a dude I don't even know on the internet. I just thought it was hilarious.
I was just messing around.
So HLD, you saw my guy Punch Drunk video today, right?
I saw that he was talking about I think the same topic you're talking about.
Yeah, I got it from him.
Got you.
I left him a comment, and he actually replied on one. Actually, I left a couple comments, and but he replied, and he was like, he said, read the he said you might be a topic you want to use on your show, because I had left a comment. I was like, well, shit, Errol Spence fought for America in the Olympics, but boxing scholar, as you pointed out to me, he has the Jamaican flag waving at all his pro fights now, though, right? No, yeah, boxing scholar, you might mute it.
What was the question? You said he had who has a Jamaican flag?
I think you was the one that pointed out to me that was like Errol Spence fought for America, but he has the Jamaican flag in the background at his fights, correct?
No, I didn't point that out, but that's true.
Okay, well, somebody pointed it out to me. Whoever that was, I'm sorry I didn't give you your credit, but I got to give DJ's credit. Thank you for the $5 donation. Thanks for helping keep the lights on, keep the neon shining bright. He says, no black fan would like it if Cinnamon fought Charlo in Houston and came out with the gold slugs in his mouth. I would. Woo! I would love it if Canelo came out in a grill, homie. Puro.
Yes, sir.
Fighting Charlo in Houston and come out with a damn diamond grill. Because I remember when I saw Canelo fight, the first time I saw him fight somebody, and he came out, didn't he fight on Triller or something?
Who did?
Was it a Triller fight? What was that fight? Canelo came out and he had the damn, that shit was lit, yo. And that was the first time I really seen him play like hip hop.
Oh, J Balvin when he came out against Yildirim.
Who put that fight on? Was that Triller?
No, Triller.
That was the Zone.
That was the Zone, yeah.
The Zone had J Balvin coming out, bro.
Yeah, they homies. That's why they homies.
Bro, that was a long ass intro. Like he did a song, then he did a whole nother song by himself. Like it was like a little concert. That's why I thought it was Triller.
Yeah,
because
it was dope. I
like
liked
a whole little fucking concert before Canelo come out. It won't no mariachi band that night. It won't just no Spanish like that. It was Spanish music, but that shit was like, we know this song. We know these songs because we hear them on the radio. Like me, I listen to all kind of music, man.
Yeah, that was some reggaeton going on.
Come on, bro. Yeah. And it was lit. It was probably Canelo's best interest, even now. Like the fireworks, the smoke, like that shit was crazy, yo. Come on, man. Am I alone or what?
I think the Aguilar one was better, but yeah, I mean, it was pretty cool. I liked it. It's different. It was different.
Hold on. Who you said was better? What happened in that one?
The one for the next fight against Billy Joe, and he came out with the Aguilar family. You know, it was the dad, the son, and the daughter.
It was all rancho, right?
It was like they're playing like rancheras and stuff like
yeah,
that. You know?
that was I like that one too better.
Yeah, that was nice. Yeah, no, it was nice. It was very nice.
Okay, well, checkmate. Y'all won, man. It's 2-on-1. It's 2-on-1.
Nah. I mean,
but it's not downplaying the other one. It's just saying that one. You know, I like. You know, I like the other one.
I remember a lot of twerking in that last one y'all talking about. That other one, they don't have you know what I'm saying? They were popping that monkey. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say something, but I ain't gonna say it. I'm good.
Man, say it, man. This is an adult.
No. It has nothing to do with the topic here. I just wanted to troll the Deontay Wilder fanboys.
Oh man,
and I love Deontay Wilder.
Go ahead, say what you want to say.
Oh no. That's a Deontay Wilder fight. That's not a Canelo fight. But that's not here nor there. I love Deontay Wilder, man.
That's funny. I get it now. I'm connecting the dots. I got you.
I should have just said it because like he ended up getting it out of me anyways.
Yeah, man, don't take the steam off your punches, man.
Yo, man, just call it what it is. A twerkinator would have been bopping that thing.
Hey, look, bro. Hey, look, HLD, bro, wearing one of my hoodies from the show, bro. He's wearing some of the merch now. He ain't gotta walk. If ain't nobody got to walk on eggshells, you don't, homie. Definitely.
I'm not even walking on eggshells, man. I just, I mean, to be honest, I kind of do that to make it more funny, because like, and I ain't gonna say nothing to say it. It's kind of like saying, I'm not racist, but blah, 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 you know what I'm saying?
Okay, I get it. All right, so HOD, what's your take on it, man? So Puncher did an episode. He was like, he said, please don't come out. Stop pandering to Mexican fans. Come out with the red, white, and blue. You was in the Olympics. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I disagree. I don't think it's pandering to Mexican fans. But what's your opinion? What do you think?
I don't think that it's pandering. I think it's just more of that trolling and I mean I don't know. Yeah, I mean I said earlier, like cultural appropriation just for the moment, I guess. You know what I mean? But it doesn't. I don't think it gains fans from the Mexican side. I don't think it does unless he's coming out to some. I don't know. Maybe I just don't think it's pandering though. But I do think that it's can if there's signs of disrespect from it. I guess pandering though. But
sorry, I'm sorry. I was copying.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think there could be some that would follow through as it being disrespectful. I mean, it's like you were talking about if Errol Spence were coming out with the Jamaican flag. I think the difference from the American flag and you repping like Jamaican flag, Mexican flag, Puerto Rican flag, whatever, a nationality flag, is that it goes to our heritage, and the American flag is more of that this melting pot that we all know of, and so it doesn't represent a singular heritage of culture. It's many of many. So when you're repping he's repping the Jamaican flag, yeah, of course he's representing his people from where he's from, and that would be the same thing if you're repping the Mexican flag or Puerto Rican flag, So I think there's a difference in between it, because the American flag just represents this unique melting pot that just been created a few hundred years ago. It's not a race. It's what I mean. It's more just a nationality of a country. So I think there's a difference. It doesn't mean that you're a white American, right? It doesn't mean you're just a black American. So a melting pot. So when you're representing the flag from wherever you're from, it's representing your people as your race. And I think there's a difference.
Man, you lost me, man. That shit was kind of a little too woke for me. We got dozed off and shit. No, I'm joking. But seriously though, do you get what I'm saying though? Like, far as where I'm coming from, I look at it as more of a marketing employee that's probably been overused. But
it could have been. Yeah.
I never looked at it was trying to pander though. I always looked at it as they fucking with you. They're trying to get maybe Chris Colbert. He's probably the only one that I think is pandering to the men's computer. He was like, yo, I'm half Mexican and stuff like that, you know, but really he's not. He just has like a Mexican trainer, and that's the guy that kind of took him under his wing, like almost like a son, some would say, right? So, but I look at that more as like pandering, I mean, if anything, respectfully, to Chris Colbert. But the other guys, oh no, they picking, man. They trying to make you mad. They like, I'm more Mexican than you type shit. Like, I'm about to beat your ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take your fans when I leave here. Y'all gonna love me or hate me, but I gotta fight him. I ain't gotta fight y'all.
I think that's a ploy to that, as you're saying.
You touch me, you going to prison. He touch me, he gonna win the belt.
But I think if the coin was flipped on the other side, and you know,
well, pick the black thing.
You know, if you come out in some African gear and shit, or
in Africa, absolutely.
No, here, you know what I mean.
Let's say Africa though.
Yeah, that's the point. This is America.
I don't get it. No.
This is America.
But
why are we coming out in Mexican gear?
From Africa. The guy you fighting is from America.
Yeah, I don't think
he ain't never wore no dashikis. He wore Jordan.
I can imagine.
His mama didn't wear dashikis. His grandmama, his great grandmama.
Canelo coming out to some.
Like how hey, look, how many greats you got to go back to get to the guy you fighting wearing a dashiki? That's before the Revolutionary War. I mean, you get what I'm saying?
So if Canelo ever fought Errol and he comes out and Canelo comes out in like dreads, is that offensive?
I mean, he want to wear a wig. That's cool. I mean, that should be funny to me, but I wouldn't get the correlation because Errol, I ain't seen Errol with no dreads really. I remember Errol had some cornrows.
Yeah, but being Jamaican, I guess, you know what I mean? Maybe that's what he's trying to say.
Yeah, because you're saying he was Jamaican, you know?
But you know what? Maybe I'm the wrong one to ask about that because I always never looked at him as really Jamaican like that.
I didn't even know that he came out with the Jamaican flag, Mark.
Yeah, bro. Like, he does. He has it in the background with him. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. His family.
I gotta check that. I gotta look at that. That's cool.
Well, for an example, I think if Shakur comes out, if you know, I think we're talking about Shakur, and if anything, I mean, you know, if he wants to come out and you know, and trying to bring some Puerto Rican gear, because you know he is half Puerto Rican, you know what I mean, with some American shit on him against, you know, then make the battle of Mexican Puerto Rican thing. He could, you know, he probably could do that.
I saw him talking about that when they did their first press conference for the fight, and somebody asked him about it. I'll try to pull it up. I believe it was Fight Hype, and he had said, "Well, I didn't really know him like that," and he said, "I don't think I would do." Basically, something, but somebody brought it up into it, almost like some Nardwark shit. Like that was real random, homie. Where you get that from? But it was like, yeah. But Shakur was like, "Nah, I ain't really even know him like that." His dad. And I don't think his dad was full Puerto Rican, or his dad was half Puerto Rican.
To my understanding, he was just Puerto Rican.
Okay, but from what I got from him, he was like, I didn't really know him like that.
In which I can understand and not wanting to rep. You know what I mean? You know who had the same problem with that was Reggie Jackson. His father's Puerto Rican.
Speak on that. I never knew that.
Yeah, and so he never identified. You know, and obviously I can understand. You know, his father abandoned him and shit. So he never identified with that side.
What my man said about Marquez? He said, no chance. He did it for the money. Marquez, what do you say? Marquez was lightweight, and he had to go 3 divisions. To who? Oh, to fight Pacquiao?
To fight Floyd.
Oh, absolutely.
Because he only drank that piss like when he fought Floyd.
Floyd missed weight, I think, for that fight. If you
know, and trust me, there's so many angles though. But Yepes was saying like, "Don't feel sorry for him." I was like, "I don't, man. He got paid."
Yeah, was that the one he missed weight? Floyd missed weight for that fight, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, man. Come on, bro.
Yeah, that was nasty though, man. Come on, don't drinking your piss. That's just nasty.
So what? Who was doing that? What are we talking about now?
Marquez was drinking his own piss during the training for Mayweather.
Did he chill it off? Did he put some sugar in it or something? Like,
nah, they show you on the video. It's on the video, Mark. He goes to the urinal, puts a glass, in the stream, right? And then he shows it to the camera and he drinks it, bro. I'm not making this shit up.
That shit is on YouTube.
Not making, go on YouTube. You probably won't find it.
Look,
you probably find it, yeah.
Bro, I'm about to make that one of my YouTube shows.
He did a full blown Kevin Costner Waterworld.
I'm gonna put it on my main channel because I think I'm gonna get a strike for that. So I tested out on one of my backup channels, but
Yeah, because it's nasty, bro. I don't
oh
know.
my God. Somebody said Marquez was pissed off. Yeah, shout out to HLG. Yo, man, y'all are super dope, man. But at the end of the day, man, I'm looking at the survey, man, and the survey about to piss me off. Damn. 58 votes. We can't get 50 likes. Man, y'all ain't shit. Here we go. No, I love y'all, but come on, man. Y'all know that's bullshit. But that's people.
Hey, Mark.
I'm sorry.
Yo, Mark.
Yes, sir.
You want to hear something that's a little conspiratorial, but you know, like it's actually like really conspiratorial. Is weird.
Hold on.
You know how he drank his piss?
We got to get on that cheating. Hold on, because I do like that superior. I like conspiracies. Conspiracies.
The only thing I want to have answered is like I saw that 24/7 when Marquez drank his piss. So in the follow-up episode, like I guess Floyd is like joking around with like, you know, remember his entourage and the fighters that he's there, and they talking about how they saw him drinking his piss. And then one of the jokes is that he grabbed an empty bottle of like Powerade or Gatorade, and he goes into the bathroom, and I'm assuming he takes a piss in it. He comes out, and he's like joking. It's like, look at my piss, and that shit looked like purple, right? And like this shit looks like gorilla piss. That's what Floyd says, right? And that's a joke. I'm not drinking this shit. And then the segment moves on. But the funny thing is, I can't find that portion of that show anywhere. Like I haven't bought the DVD, but I can't find it. But no, I know I see it. I know I remember seeing it.
They call that the Mandela effect, my brother.
But what's the Mandela effect? I've heard that before.
It's almost like where a whole bunch of group of people remember seeing something before, but you can't. Like people remember Mandela dying and having a film, then they remember him dying again. He was like, "Yo, I remember seeing that on TV." Like it's like Google the Mandela effect. That's why they call it like millions of people remember seeing something, but history and nobody else remembers it. I was like, yo, that's that Men in Black red light. Yo, they got us. Yo, I told y'all, nigga, that shit was real. I'm joking.
Yeah, but now that happened, Mark. I remember. It's just I can't find that particular episode. The whole episode, I can't find it for sale. I can't find it on YouTube. Just that particular episode, I can't find it.
All right, man.
It's just funny to me, you know.
Yo, well, speaking of things that are funny to me, HLD, shout out to y'all and everybody pulling up. Let me get y'all take on this. As y'all know, we had a big heavyweight championship showdown in Wembley Stadium. Over 94,000 was in the building, showing love and support to the Gypsy King and one Dillian the Body Snatcher White. As you all know, it all ended in the 6th round with the uppercut from the Gypsy King that he delivered to Dillian White's face. And that bout was over. That was all she wrote. Dillian White tried to stand up. Shortly after he stood up, he was wobbly. He fell into the ref, and the referee said, "Hey, you ain't fighting me. You fighting him. Get off of me. Fight's over, young man." And that was all she wrote. Now, many of us remember the uppercut delivered by Tyson Fury. Many of us remember seeing Dillian White wobbly. But Dillian White's, he's making a case saying, "Hey, look, after Tyson Fury uppercutted me, he pushed me. Now the push caused the damage because my head bounced off the canvas. That's what made him so wobbly." He said, "I remember feeling that punch, but you know, my head in the canvas." He said he should have got more time. I'm gonna play a clip of the audio. But he said he should have got more time for that. He should have got more time to recover. I got the pen by HLD as well as Puro. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Does Dillian White have a case? Puro, you go first.
Dillian White had a case. A vodka, you know, before he said that shit.
Oh shit! He had a case of vodka.
Nah.
Now that's good timing. Now that was good comedic timing. Go ahead. Damn sure dude had a case of vodka. He had a case of beer. Hey, look, no, it's Dillian White. He Jamaican. You know what he drank? He drank that Jamaican rum.
All right. Regardless of the spirit he drank. Yeah, nah, man, it's just an excuse, just like every other fighter that loses. I mean, like shit, I had $45 on Dillian White, man. Like that was just a waste of money at the end, bro. But I got caught up a little bit into the like maybe you can pull it off, you never know, and it's heavyweights and shit. But yeah, nah, man, he didn't cheat, bro. Dillian White is garbage, that's all. Respect to him, but he's just not at that level.
What do you think? HOD Dillian White said Tyson Fury cheated, man.
Well, before this even came out, I didn't see the fight. I just saw the highlights and the clips on YouTube, and that was the first thing that I was looking at to see if he did actually.
Man, I seen you the link next time, man. I'll be doing a little backstage fight party.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, I wasn't interested in the fight. I wasn't gonna pay for this one, but
yeah, man, I'll send it to you. I'll see you link next time.
But I didn't see his head. That's the first thing I was looking at. Like, damn, did he jack? Yeah, I didn't see that. Yeah, did he push him? Obviously, but I didn't see his head bounce off the canvas. I looked at it as many different little angles that they showed. I didn't see that happening. That was the first thought that I had. I'm like, damn, that's messed up if he banged his head. But I didn't see his head get banged on the canvas. It was just the back part of his shoulders that hit. So it was all uppercut. But I should that have been illegal to have been done? I think so, but I don't know what could have they done at that moment? Take a point away or something like that? You know what I mean? So I think it was all uppercut that had him all buzzed out. So I think that's cap.
Okay. Well, look, let me find this. Well, go ahead. Let's pass it around. Go ahead, pass it around. And on the phone lines are open if anybody want to jump in the conversation. 470-705-9507. 470-705-9507. Also, I got another phone line that I got out there. But I only put that up if we get somebody on this line. We don't need both of them up. But you can call the 470-705-9507. You'll see it right here at the top of the screen. But man, it's right there too. I do want to say this, man. Dillian White don't have no case to me, man. I think it's over. I think it's over for Dillian White for his this making a case on this fight. The heavyweight division, however, is so small that even with being knocked out, Dillian White is still like number 3 or something.
It's the weakest division,
bro. He's
ever,
still,
man.
He got knocked out. I think he's number 3 in the world or something.
That's pathetic, man. I haven't been a fan of the heavyweight division, man, at all.
Look, Deontay Wilder got knocked out. He still was number 1 in America, and what he do? Still number one in America, and I think he only dropped to like number 3 in the world. I think Dillian White just took that spot.
He's still number 1 in the WBC.
Top 5 heavyweight, top 5 in the fucking world at what he do, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like not I ain't saying it's crazy that he's there. Let me be clear. No, it's crazy that people shit on him that like crazy, bro. Like, you ain't gotta like the kid, but he lost. Hey, look, his last 2 fights, he got stopped. And he's still number 1 in America at what he do.
What does that say about the heavyweight division?
Or his division? I mean, motherfuckers can't. I mean, shit, knock him out. You can't beat him. It took a dude 6'9" from the UK to beat him. That don't say nothing about heavyweight. I mean, boxing is boxing, homie. He was a phenom. It's a lot of dudes out here, heavyweight, big dudes, got power. They couldn't beat him. What does that say about him? Think about that part, HLD. Look at it from that angle. What does that say about him?
Dude, man, it's hard. It's gonna be hard pressed for me to say anything much good about the heavyweight division. It's hard. I don't care who's up there right now.
Look, take America out of it. What about the other? Why these cruiserweights don't want to go up there then? Some big ass cruiserweights out there. Usyk on the biggest cruiserweight?
No, he's I think 6'3".
Yeah, he ain't even far from the biggest heavyweight. But look at this kid, man. This dude he doing his fucking thing. He beat AJ. Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
That shit. and looked like he was gonna stop him, and really hurt him a couple times in that fight. I mean, that was no debating, no robbery. No. We all saw that fight.
Yeah, he was about to stop him. I think they even stopped the fight a little bit early with the bell.
In the 12th, right?
Yeah, they. I saw the countdown.
Theory?
Yeah,
Conspiracy, they put a case on it.
yeah. There was like 8 seconds left when they rang the bell. So, but I think he may end up stopping him now. I think it was in June. So I think that's the best fight that's left is to see who the winner of this is, which I think is gonna be Usyk, and hopefully we'll see that Usyk in Fury if he's bullshitting about retiring, and we'll see that. But outside of that, there's really not much to look forward to in the heavyweight division at all. You know what I mean? So I'm not too fond of this division. I haven't been fond of the heavyweight division in the past 20 years, I think. More looking forward to this Saturday. That's for sure.
Yeah, great segue. Man. Great segue. Let's get into it, man. We got Shakur Stevenson versus Oscar Valdez going down this weekend. Big fight. Where we at with it?
Valdez knockout. Boom.
So what?
I said Valdez knockout. Boom.
Oh, what round he gonna get knocked out in?
11.
So Valdez is gonna get knocked out in the 11th.
No. I said,
oh no. Oh, Valdez is gonna knock out Shakur.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shakur.
You what?
Shakur could have knocked out Jamel Herring. He was hitting him with everything in the book.
He stopped that man.
Oh, I know.
What you mean he couldn't knock him out?
I saw the fight. No, I'm talking about you say knocked out. I'm saying that Valdez is going to knock him out, like knock out Shakur unconscious. I'm not saying that Valdez is going to stop. I'm not saying that Valdez is going to stop Shakur. He's going to knock him out.
We was second row at that fight, man.
And which one, brother?
For that Valdez, for that Stevenson Herring fight.
Oh yeah, you were. Oh, that's fucking dope.
Second row, right there. Where they walking down the ring there, where you can you can reach over and give somebody some dap, or you can take one step and it's just a big it's a big black dude right there making sure you don't get no further. But yeah, man.
Yeah, don't get no further, brother. Fuck you up.
Yeah. Nah, but look, I was able to go right there because guess who I saw? And I walked all the way on the floor. Well, guess who I saw? Come on, somebody else.
Shit, I don't know. Floyd.
No, I don't know Floyd.
You mean like
man, if I knew Floyd, man.
You mean who you know from the community that you saw?
If I knew Floyd, man, my show would be Fight Hype. I would be Fight Hype then.
Troy Graham.
Nah, man. And don't nobody know Troy. Troy wouldn't have been backstage with the backstage passes, walking with the fighter like that. Come on, man.
Oh, Ellie Sekbat.
At Atlanta. Stitch Duran, man. You killing me, man. I saw Uncle Stitch.
You're in the business though, Mark. I ain't, bro. Like I literally just talk shit about boxing. That's all.
I did a couple interviews with, and I said, Stitch. I was like Eddie Kane in front of 5 heartbeats. I was like, it's me, baby. It's Marq Nash. You red bucket? Hey, baby.
Hey, is that how you got the connection then? That's how you got the connection, Mark, with Stitch?
No, I already knew him.
You knew him already. Okay.
Yeah, at that point, that's why I was second row, and I was second row, and I was able to walk down 2 steps, and then we chopping it up. You know what I'm saying? What's good, man? I need to get you back on the show, man. So that's when we set up that other thing where he just did the promo, and he did another video with me. But I was like, man, it's good to see you, man. While you're in town, man, blah, blah, blah. Let's do another video, blah, 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 blah. And then we set it up. So then I just basically walk up the step, take 2, you know what I'm saying? We on the second row. Everybody around like, who's this nigga? Because Kyle and DJ was already there too. Shout out to Kyle and DJ. We all sat together doing the fight. But we was right there, homie. Second row. So right there where they, not second row from the ring, second row from the ring walk. So it's like right there. Okay.
You got everybody to come through. You can
see. Because we saw Lil Baby come through. With Shakur. Jadakiss came out with Jamel Herring. Did the champions here. Kanye was there. Jay Prince. Yeah, shit was lit, man. And we was right there. Yeah,
No, there were a lot of celebrities for that fight. You know, you're right.
Than I am to this door right here. How about that? Shit was dope. But go ahead. We got my guy Reggie over the Killer Show. What up, Reg?
What's up? What's happening, everybody?
What's poppin', my chick?
¿Qué pasó, mi hermano?
Yeah, ¿qué pasó, hermano?
Wait, Reggie, wait. That was a joke from earlier. I guess it didn't land well.
That way.
Nah, I need to do never heard of it.
Everybody knows that's Mark's right there.
Never heard of it.
Shout out to Megazar.
No, y'all killed y'all killed me right there. But basically, I guess the Mexican brothers call each other way sometimes, like bro or dude. The Puerto Rican brothers like, yo, you calling me that? You trying to talk to me like I'm soft or something, I guess. So they had a miscommunication earlier. On like
Puerto Rico, people who speak Spanish crazy as fuck, man. They speak language
racist shit.
I ain't getting racist. I can rock with that. Are crazy because you mix them up and call them another ethnicity. They be ready to take your fucking head off. Us in America, I'll be like, we got ignorance when it comes to like culture and nationality because we used to assume that everybody was Mexican, like in LA, and be El Salvadorians and all type of shit, and they'll get offended. You call them Mexican and shit.
Motherfuckers still do that shit, Reggie. Shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, that cultural shit is always comedy to me. Like how we assume, or even like with Asians, like we'll see Asians when we first start seeing them and shit, and we'll call them all Chinese because of karate movies and shit. You just assume everybody from China and shit, and they'll take offense. They probably be from the Philippines, Korea, Vietnam. They get mad at a motherfucker. You call them some other shit.
Absolutely. So man, talk to me, man. Speaking of the culture, we got a couple things going on right here. I would love your take on this, not to go back too far, but definitely want to get your take on that as well. Dillian White. Well, I'll elaborate for some people watching. We asked your black fighters stop wearing the sombreros, right? That was one of the topics. Also, Dillian White said Tyson Fury cheated, but more importantly, we got this is the beginning of a big fight weekend. Got a unification bout. Valdez versus Stevenson, two undefeated guys. Both definitely have the power to knock each other out. What say you, Reggie? What you think of this fight?
I think it's going to be a very tough fight. It's going to be a very, very tough fight. Most people talking about they don't see. I was listening earlier and listening to some of the cats talk about they don't see Valdez having a chance in the fight. I'm like, shit, Valdez definitely got a fucking chance. He's a damn champion. He has a great amateur background. He may not be Olympian, but he's having major success. So it's definitely something Shakur got to watch out for. Shakur has to be sharp. Shakur doesn't need to be engaging and kind of toe-to-toe type battles with him when Shakur has an ability or an area in the fight game where he can dominate that. I don't think Valdez will be able to compete with him. But Shakur has to be active. He can't sit in there and just lay around but he has.
You chopping up, Reggie?
Valdez.
I thought that was me, man.
I didn't know that. And
Yo, Reg, you chopping up, bro?
Valdez, huh?
You kind of chopping, my G. Yeah, you chopping up.
All right, let me jump back in. I'm gonna hop out.
All right, for sure.
All right, I'm gonna jump out.
All right, but look, while we got some graphics up on the screen, yeah, I like to have the little graphics rolling in the background sometimes, so you can know what I mean when I say these things. Man, these kids are good, man. Both of them. These kids got the power to stop each other. Is it possible Shakur is taking Valdez lightly?
No, I don't think he's taking him lightly at all. But you just said a comment. I don't think Stevenson has any chance of stopping Valdez. I think if he's gonna beat him, he's gonna beat him off of points to the 12th round. There's only one guy who's capable of knocking somebody out, and that's gonna be Valdez. or stopping.
Well, no,
That's
no,
the way
no.
I see it.
Hey, look, Heron, they stopped the fight because he was just getting hit too clean. You getting hit too clean too many times. Heron was still in that fight. I was at that fight. Heron didn't look like he was about to go to sleep or nothing like that, but he was just getting hit too many times too clean.
I think there's only one man in that coming fight on Saturday that is battle tested for 12-round wars, and that's not Shakur Stevenson.
To be
And
fair,
so if,
battle tested is also battle worn. That's wear and tear. Battle tested can also be wear and tear, homie.
yeah, but I don't think not right now. I don't think it applies to a 31-year-old Valdez just yet.
31?
Yeah.
Did you?
So,
how old is Shakur?
24, 25.
Ooh. It's a big difference too.
Yeah. So I think when it comes to that type of, if I don't think Shakur is ready for that type of fight. He's gonna have to do the same type of fight he did with Nakatili. Stick and move, stick and move, stick and move, because he does not want to bang with Valdez. And I think he does have the superior athletic reflex skills, and he has a really good IQ. So does he have I think he has probably the higher probability of winning this fight on the cards, but if the game plan that Valdez brings in is to break him down to the body the first 6-7 rounds, just punch him where he can hit him, whether it be the arms, the torso, body, just right there. Forget about the head. Just break him down. That the body's always home. His head is always. You can always dodge head punches, but your body's always home. And if Valdez does that type of a fight where he breaks him down to the body, it's going to be a long night for Shakur. So it all depends on what's the game plan that each fighter comes in. They're both more than capable of winning this fight. It's an interesting fight. I really don't have one much over the other. I think I'll know who's gonna win the fight probably within the first 4 rounds. You'll know who's execute. Yeah, you'll know who's executing their game plan. If Valdez is gonna fight the same way he did with Robinson Conceição, which he did not do well because the guy he was trying to knock him out, and the guy was too elusive.
No, but LD.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't think either guy is able to make an adjustment after 4 rounds? Like, fights about adjustments, like you just said about Valdez. Like, one guy's battle tested. Like, just because it's going one way, about 4 rounds don't mean Valdez can't do what he need to be taken, or you know what I'm saying? Do what he need to do. Like,
I think Conceição.
Ye of little faith, as my mama would say.
No, I think Conceição he goofed off in the last few rounds. Fighting Valdez instead of staying focused.
Conversation though, I'm talking about what you're saying about within 4 rounds. He
didn't make a major adjustment for Conceição. I didn't see the major adjustment. I saw more that the adjustment was on the failing part of Robinson, who did not stay focused. You know what I mean? The game is about being focused the whole 12 rounds, and that's one of the biggest parts in boxing.
Maybe his game plan and the body shots finally sunk in. Maybe his game plan just worked. I just stuck with it, and he finally broke the guy down.
Yeah, but Stevenson is a different animal, man. This kid.
Look, Tony Harrison is a guy. Lapse of concentration sometimes, but that can be the make or break in the fight. You feel me?
Yeah, but I think Shakur is pretty disciplined in that aspect. He didn't win a pretty fight with Nakatili, right? It wasn't a pretty fight at all. It was one of the worst sleeping fights I've ever seen. But he stuck to his game plan. He's like, I'm not gonna get hurt by this dude. I'm gonna stick and move, and stick and move the whole game, and that's all he did, even if it was the most boring fight. But so I think he is disciplined to know what he can do and not do. That's why I think his ring IQ is probably a little bit underestimated. This kid is special. There's no question about it. So it all depends on what Valdez does, and he has to start from the body from the beginning, an onslaught of being like a Porter bully in your face. I'm gonna keep on hitting that body, torso, your arms, your hip, just hurt him. He's got to put the hurt on him.
Oh man, you gonna try to press him the whole fight? That's
The whole fight. You got to put it on him. Dead in the chest. You know what I mean? And then we'll work your way up. And if he does that, I'll see that with the first few rounds. And if he does that, then I will give him a real good chance of beating a Shakur. But if he's gonna be trying to, play the that he can jab him and catch him,
try to outbox him or catch him.
Nah, I don't think Valdez got a chance because this kid is too athletic. He's too athletically gifted. He has a gift, and there's no way of taking that away from Shakur that he does have.
Yeah, Shakur don't want to get hit. That's what I'm saying. I think he can outbox the guy and not get hit. But I got my guy Reggie back. Reggie, let me hit the mic. And your camera's on too, just in case you know, or if you didn't know. I know.
I see me picking my teeth and shit.
No, I just wanted you to let you know, man. Just let you know.
Yeah, I'm already picking my teeth and shit. What's up?
Yep. That's why I let you know, man. It's all good. Hey, yeah, we on the Shakur Stevenson, Oscar Valdez. HLD was doing his breakdown. Your mic was choppy earlier, trying to get your breakdown.
Yeah, like I was saying, I think it's going to be a tough fight. I don't think it's a fight where I was listening where people say they don't see Valdez having a chance to win, and I'm like, I don't know where people get that from. Valdez is an experienced fighter, like Shakur said. Valdez been a champion when he was entering the game of boxing, so Valdez has experience. He has toughness. I think he fought a fight with a broken jaw, still didn't deter him. He's been dropped, gets up, still doesn't deter him. So he has a lot of heart to where you really got to go in there and go after for him. He ain't going to be Jamel Herring. That's one thing Valdez ain't going to be. You ain't going to be able to go in there and just bully him and he doesn't give anything in return. So it's going to be a tougher fight. He throws off punches. When he feels that he is going against somebody of a better boxer, his adjustment is he's just going to turn up the heat. And you got to see how Shakur deals with that pressure, what adjustments he makes. Does Shakur put on some heat on them punches to keep Valdez honest, make Valdez have to second guess about stepping in there? And it just depends on what he feels. Even if Shakur ain't noted as a knockout artist, he can still have the ability to punch hard enough to make a guy think about walking in there. Because if a fighter gets hit with something, they always have to worry about the thought of being knocked out by this person. So you're just gonna have to see. I think it's gonna be a competitive fight, a very competitive fight. I think it should have been pushed. The fight should have been pushed much more than what it was. But it's gonna be it's gonna be a tough one for Shakur in the early part of his career. But I think Shakur has the possibility of becoming like a big time star in this game. But this is a huge test for him for Valdez, and this is a big test for Valdez too.
Oh yeah, we're gonna find out, man. We're gonna find out somebody everything they said they were. The circle of truth, right?
Absolutely.
All right, let's pass around. Go ahead, Puro. Your mic muted, Puro, if you're talking. Puro. All right, Puro might have stepped away.
I'm back.
Okay, go ahead.
Sorry, I didn't hear the question.
No. I was trying to get your breakdown of the fight as well, or your reply to what the other people were saying.
Oh, well, I mean, I think everybody makes valid points. I mean, like for me, like I made a lot of bets and stuff, but just kind of to kind of like I mean that has not here nor there. Anyways, Reggie was saying about him breaking his jaw, so he's got he has the resolve to push through the fight and win a fight, when shit's going sideways. And for me personally, that's the biggest issue in this fight. Like, do I actually know who's gonna win this fight? Nah, nobody does. I mean, and you could give your reasons on this and the other, and so for me, I love to gamble. That's where I was going with that. I love to gamble, so I like to put some money on there, to spice up the fight, whatever, spice up the game, whatever. But I've already learned too many years of betting with my heart, especially in boxing, that's not the best way to make money. So now I just bet with break down fights of what I can see and what I know. So what I know about Valdez is that he's been in fights where he's been outboxed, and sometimes he's been kind of made to look kind of silly, but he still pulls out the fight. He still makes those adjustments, like you were saying, Mark. He still makes that adjustment to end up knocking the dude out or winning on points. And I haven't seen that from Shakur. Like, yeah, a lot of people are saying, oh, he's gonna wash Shakur, and he's just too good of a boxer. You know, a slick boxer will always beat a come forward.
You mean he's gonna watch Valdez? You mean he's gonna watch Valdez?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, sorry, I don't know. I mix up the name sometimes. I'm just like, my bad.
It's okay. I just want to clarify.
Yeah, for sure. But you know, I mean,
like you being racist.
I know, right? No, I've heard that too. Like a lot of people, shit, man. The first time I ever went on the boxing section, well, I think it was yesterday, and I went the wrong time. But the guy was like, I know where you're picking Valdez. You know, you're just picking your boy. I'm like, nah, I'm not even that huge fan of Valdez. It's just I gotta pick the guy, you know, what I know he is, and then about the Shakur, I could see the potential, but I mean, like, there's two big categories against a fighter of this caliber that I wish I would know is can he take a punch and what he does through adversity. And unfortunately, and there's not been that one time in Shakur's fights that he's had that he has to go through with that. So I gotta go with Valdez in this one.
Well, I'm giving credit to Shakur because he might be my primo. You know what I mean? I never know. You never know. He could be my cousin. I don't know that. So no, man. I think it's gonna be a great fight, man. I mean, I think a lot of people have it slotted as it's gonna be a wash for Shakur, and I don't think that's the type of fight it's gonna be. Just like Reggie said, Valdez is not hearing, and no shade on hearing. I know him well, and I just think that, you know, this guy's a younger fighter. He's got a little extra oomph in him than the fighters that Shakur has faced up to this point. So this is a true testament. He beats Valdez. You know, this kid definitely goes on, you know, whoever pound for pound list there is, he definitely has to go on there. But the same thing would have to be said also then with Valdez. If he wins, he has to then end up going somewhere on the pound for pound list.
No. If Valdez beat, they're gonna say he cheated.
Yeah, they may say that. You know, I don't get into all that. I think, you know, he obviously did whatever, some weight cutting stuff. I don't put too much stock in that. You go to any gym and you ask a meathead about what he used and see what type of advantage it gives them, and they're gonna laugh your ass out of the gym. So because it's just it's not an enhancer as far as, you know, I'm gonna punch you harder or be faster or anything of the sort. It's not that. It was a weight cutting agent, and that's all it was. You know, it doesn't do anything more for you. So I don't put no stock in it.
I mean, diuretics are illegal too, though, right?
Depending on which ones you use, yeah, they are.
Yeah, you can't just be in there taking stuff to make you shit all the time. So
yeah, but they already. I mean, the way boxing is set up,
look, that's helping you perform.
Nah, man, boxing cheats itself.
You pushing the goalposts now, man.
No, man, because I think the way weight cutting is set up for the guys to make weight, I consider that sanctioning weight cheating, man. Because if you're supposed to be at 130 pounds, you know, that you shouldn't be able to balloon up 20 pounds on fight night, coming in as you know, 150 pounds. I think that's bullshit. So I mean, it's all cheating regardless. You know, we're gonna see these two young guys coming in the ring, supposedly fighting for a 130-pound fight when they're both going to be around 150 to maybe 155 pounds. So that thing is bullshit to begin with.
Yeah, that's why you got to salute the IBF for still having at least that 10-pound day up. Let me do this super chat real quick. Shout out to SLG. What up, homie?
A 10. A fucking 10.
He said Valdez doesn't have a polished plan B. He said where Shakur can bang, he can box, or both. He will dictate when they exchange and at what angle. His foot speed will be a major factor. Hell of a breakdown right there. Hell of a breakdown.
I didn't understand the breakdown, to be honest.
All right. He said, okay. He said Valdez don't have a polished plan B, as in
what's a polished plan B?
As in basically he gonna fight one way. Like his plan A is his most effective way. Come straight forward and box. I mean, come straight forward and bang.
Okay. Well, I disagree with SLG on this one. Then 100%.
And then he says where Shakur can bang, he can box, or he can do both. He's saying Shakur is going to dictate when they exchange, because I'm guessing when he say that is because Shakur probably has better lateral movement, and I get that because of his last statement where he said foot speed will be a major factor. As in Shakur, if he don't want to fight right now, he gonna be able to move and get out the way. He's gonna dictate when we exchange. Like Floyd, yeah, not the cheer Floyd's praise. I know people hate when we do that as millennials. They were like, "Don't say Floyd, say somebody older than that." You know what I'm saying? But
Sweepy,
yeah, say somebody else. Don't say Floyd. But I be like, yo, Floyd said, but Floyd was vocal with it. He said, when you want to box, we're gonna bang. When you want to bang, we're gonna box. When you want to exchange, we're gonna move. When you want to move, now I'm about to bang and catch you. I'm gonna cut the ring off and get you. You know what I'm saying? When I want to rest, I'm gonna rest. I'm not gonna let you rest on the ropes, though. You get what I'm saying? So I love it. I love it. But I passed the mic. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I mean,
Reggie here.
Oh, go ahead, Rich.
No, I was just.
No, you good.
Yeah. Go ahead, Piero. You good?
Oh, my bad. No, I was just I'll say, I mean, what does he mean by bang? I mean, like, I mean, he obviously doesn't possess very, very strong punching power because, you know, I mean, like, I would say obviously, but to me, I mean, like, I think he doesn't have like, you know, that's one punching power that, you know, some fighters do, you know, just reflected by his knockout percentage. But I do agree he has fast feet, you know, has great lateral movement, you know. He's very good in guard manipulation, you know, like clinching, like you know. But there's ways to negate that. You know, I think in this particular fight, it wouldn't serve him well to clinch a lot, because then he leaves himself susceptible to Valdez punch, ripping him to the body with the open arm, you know, with the open hand, the one that's not, you know, engaged in the clinch. So. I mean, it's an interesting fight. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's shit. I mean, it's an interesting fight. I want to see what Shakur will do if and when he gets he gets hurt, or he comes to a point to the fight where he's like he's done everything he can, and it's not doing nothing to change like the momentum of the fight. So it's a very interesting fight.
I don't think that Shakur is gonna. He is not gonna sit on his punches. I so highly doubt he's gonna sit on his punches to try to bang with Valdez. I don't see it at all. If he didn't like getting hit by Nakatili, you know what I mean?
Right. Unless that one punch is all it takes, that he feel it and it's over. He get caught with that, you know, at a time in a fight. I'm sorry, HOD. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No. I'm just saying. I mean, you know, it's just I'm just going by his past performances, and you know, it's not his game. He doesn't like to bang. He doesn't like to get hit. He doesn't. And you know, there's guys like Valdez. They'll take 2, 3 to land one, and they're okay with that. They're accustomed to that. You know, getting punched is nothing. But Shakur has never been in a 12-round war. He you know, he hasn't been. He doesn't know what it is to have to, like, you know, go to the ultimate part of yourself to try to make this, you know, pull a fight out. And Valdez has.
Why do you say that?
Because he hasn't. He's been able to outbox everybody that he's faced up to this point, and so that's why I don't see him.
I say that HLD. I say that because we don't know what the training camp was like, what injury he had going into it, what shot he felt to make him safe from with that Nakatani fight. Like, I got to get on my bike. Like, just because a guy visibly shows injuries or visibly gets knocked down doesn't mean he isn't experiencing like some extreme adversity probably in this ring or through that training camp. Does that make sense or no?
Well, the thing is, because he himself said what it was. You know, it wasn't. I'm not speculating. He's the one who came out and said, "I just didn't. He didn't like getting hit.
I didn't like the way that felt."
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, you know what I mean, and then it showed. That's why he, you know, it was a stick and move fight for 12 rounds. Where I thought had he sat on the punches, he could have stopped him. I thought he should have stopped him in the 6th round.
But remember, Zab got won a fight, and he said, "Yo, he said, man, I think he broke my rib." And his dad was like, "Fuck that, use your other rib." But Zab was like, he was like, yo, stop the fight. He told his dad to stop the fight. His dad was like, nah, you stopping the fight. He was like, no, he ain't stopping the fight. I think he broke my rib. Fuck that, use your other rib. So he said, he was like, so I went out there that whole next round, and I was on my bike because I knew if this guy hit me one more time with that same shot, it was gonna be over. I won't, you know what I'm saying? And he was able to recover. See, we don't know these stories till after these guys retire. The adversity that he went through that fight. Most of us were like, man, that won't even, because they asked him, I think in that interview, like, who's the hardest shot, and he tells that story. But I said all that to say this: we don't know the adversity just because, like, well, it looked like it was an easy fight, and he just got on his bike. It was hard for him to get on that bike. It was hard for him not to get hit in that and hit on that broken rib again.
You said a key thing, Mark.
I'm just saying, like, I just don't think I don't want us to be dismissive of what some of these guys are doing right in front of our eyes. You know what I'm saying? But,
and we're not. I don't think so. We're not being dismissive at all. You know?
Yeah, no. I was talking about towards the fact that we haven't seen adversity. We don't know what the fuck his training camp was like. We don't know when guys. Only time we know is when they tell us. Yeah, I fought with a broken arm. I had a torn rotator. Or I'm going through surgery in between fights. We don't know.
And they shouldn't tell us, to be honest, Mark.
And now you never want to tell nobody because they'll always use it in their next fight. Like, well, you know, he broke his left hand last fight. So, you know what I'm saying? Let's press him this way. Or he broke his power hand. Or he had a torn rotator cuff. Let's press him this way. And so he'll have to throw that left hook. And you know he's gonna throw it, but you're gonna just, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so maybe so you're talking about overcoming maybe an injury, but I'm just talking about a 12-round war, like you know, that you're banging back and forth. Can he hang with that? Can he got
to do that though.
But that's what I'm saying. But if it turns out to be that type of a fight, we don't know if that answer. I don't know it because I haven't seen him do. I've seen Valdez go through it. I haven't seen Shakur do it. And if it turns out to be that type of fight, does he have the mustard to pull it out? I don't know that. That's all. It's just not proven.
Yeah, because one shot will change everything in boxing. Go ahead, Reggie. You still there? Puro?
Yeah. No, I got nothing to jump in on with that.
Okay. Yeah, one shot can change it all, man.
Facts.
Puro, go ahead, Puro.
No, I'm just saying, yeah, one shot can change it all, man. That's how. I think I made a point somewhere else where, like, literally, Shakur could be beating the living shit out of Valdez for 8 rounds, and then Valdez lands a fucking uppercut or a hook that he just didn't see coming, and it changes it changes the fight on its head, the momentum. Next thing you know, like fucking Valdez is stalking this dude, trying to put him away, and sometimes the fights, like Devin, Devin got hit with one of them shots, and to me, he was beating the living piss out of Linares. Linares hit him with a good shot. And I think he landed on the 9th or the 10th, but he spent the rest of the fight trying not to get knocked out, which is what you're supposed to do, Yep. So this could very well end up being like that.
And I think Devin was in there trying to fight a fight that wasn't his fight, because he had heard all the noise of pillow fist this, pillow fist that. So he went in there trying to stop this guy the whole fight.
To prove something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even if you're pillow fisted,
same thing with Gamboa. I think he went in there really over. It's just Gamboa wasn't trying to fight back no more.
But what
knock him out?
But what does being pillow fisted have to do having a weak chin? I mean, you beating the shit out this other guy. He wasn't dancing salsa, so you can't take a shot.
Oh no, that shot was clean. It's a clean shot on the button. Didn't see it in the exchange right before the bell ring. That's what, bro. Most rounds are the most dangerous right before the bells, right when the bell rings, and right before the bell ends. That's when most people are most vulnerable.
Hey, well, Crawford be hitting people whether you see it or not, and they're dancing salsa. So I don't know how it's. I'm just saying you could have pillow fist, but can you take a shot?
But Crawford won't always doing that. Like he got a lot of knockouts, but those knockouts increase as he moved up in weight. Maybe these guys are draining themselves, and then in the midst of cutting weight, you're cutting muscle and your power. You're not as strong as you thought you were once you start cutting that weight. But I passed the mic.
No, I mean, I'm just saying. I just see it. I just, you know, I know we're. I mean, I'm getting off subject, but you being pillow fisted has nothing to do with you whether you could take a shot or not.
That's true.
You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. So whether he was fighting his fight or not, so what? So he can't knock him out, but damn, can't you take a shot at least? You know what I mean?
He never got a count though, has he?
Not that I know of. No.
What do you mean? What was it? What was the question?
And even once he get a count, he ain't been asleep. He got dropped. Like,
yeah.
Like saying, was the drop clean? We got guys that look. Floyd Mayweather got a count before, but he ain't never been dropped clean. He's been wobbled several times. But
a drop counts as far as the points, but being what is worse, getting a 10-8 round or being drunk.
Hey, look, let some people say old Mosley wobbled Mayweather a couple times in a fight. I mean, create like one of the most, like that's the closest thing you got to a real Floyd Mayweather knockdown. I ain't count that jab Judah where his glove brushed the ground. I'm talking about that Shane Mosley shit.
Yeah, bend his knee 90 degrees.
And then that second hit where he hooked him, and his knee barely almost touched the ground. Maybe the trunks swept the ground, but oh my God, he hit him and spent his whole body. Nick Cannon, Mariah Carey jumping up in the background like, oh no. Oh yeah, man. But at the end of the day, he ain't get no count. And arguably rallied back. And started landing some good punches. He didn't run the whole fight. Had a different mentality. You get what I'm saying?
I do.
But also, it's the core of the fighter of his style too. No, I can survive more going inside, holding you, grappling, fighting that way, versus trying to move and stand and can't see the punches coming. I'm a little wobbly still.
Now after that happened, what did Mayweather do? Start beating the
away that round hand. But also, what did Mosley do? Mosley started telegraphing it all night. He was trying to land it again all night.
You know, so immediately after that happened, what he do, man? He started taking over right there. Same thing you can say with you know, when Loma got dropped by Linares, what happened? He came back and knocked them out. So we know these things about these guys that they can get through with that. Can Shakur do that? We don't know. And so we'll see if it turns out to be a 12-round war. If he's able to succumb a circumstance like that, can he take a shot like that and come back, like Mayweather has, like Loma has, or any of our other fighters? I mean, Crawford got buzzed by Gamboa, but immediately right after that, he knocked him out. You know what I mean? So, can we see that out of Shakur this Saturday if it comes down to that? Because he's not going against the scrub. As like I say, he's going against another proven champion. And so we'll see.
And I don't think Valdez is just going to stand there and let him tee off in front of him, too. I think Valdez is going to try to catch him in between shots.
Good point.
Yeah. But these dudes out here trying to say Valdez ain't going to win one round. I'm like, y'all tripping, homie. Do y'all watch boxing or do y'all just watch highlights? Y'all think he just going to win one round? Bro. I ain't gonna say. And that one round he win could be the round that starts the end of it all, homie. This boxing, I've seen greater men fall. But I'll pass the mic. Go ahead, Reg.
Yeah, no, I think it's some of the people putting that black and Mexican thing on it. He a black fight. I'm going for the black fight. I gotta stay on code. That kind of dumb shit.
I mean, you can root for your guy, say you think he's gonna win, but Reggie, to say Valdez can't win the round. Come on, bro.
Right. It'll just be impressive if Shakur dominates the fight like that. But the right Valdez off like he trash is just like idiotic thought. That's why you don't get a lot of these people on here who break down fights. And that's the reason why when fights don't go their way, they sit there and cry and they mope. They inject shit that ain't got shit to do with a fighter that they like. Motherfucker can have a fight on Pluto and they be crying about Wilder. Yeah, see, if they would have fought down on Earth and then they did Wilder like this, and then it's the WBC.
Like, to fight the Monstars. To fight the Monstars in the Looney Tune game. Shout out, I know boxing. And this is at HLD. He said, Linares drops Loma. They praise Loma. Linares rocks Haney, but don't drop him. And they say Haney got a weak chin.
He does have a weak chin. I say it too.
Yeah, but I'm
I wouldn't say
saying,
he
how
got
does
no
he have a
weak
weak
chin.
chin?
Like, yeah, he ain't got no.
I think he has a great chin, to be honest, but that's just me.
Yeah, because a weak chin, he would have been put to sleep.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have been able to walk back to his corner.
He doesn't have the highest rated chin in the division. Let's put it that way.
Why not?
Okay.
Why not? Does T.O. got a
I'll give him
weak
that
chin?
one. No, actually, I'll give
Let
him
me
that
ask you, is T.O. chinny?
He
Is Loma
doesn't get.
chinny?
He hasn't get. Don't get drunk. Linares don't get drunk. I mean,
he got dropped, homie.
dropped is not the same thing as being drunk, man.
That's worse.
No, that's just
You
on a
actually-
point scale. On a point scale, but if it's a flash knockdown, that ain't
In
nothing.
boxing, homie. What you mean on a point?
Nah.
In boxing.
No,
It's the
man.
sport of boxing, homie.
Being drunk.
He
was
got
drunk for 2 rounds afterwards, man. Come on now, stop. The guy was drunk for 2 rounds.
If he was drunk for 2 rounds, he wouldn't have been able to do that lateral.
Linares let him have those 2 rounds. That's the way I saw it, man.
Linares trying to win and be a champion. Again.
Yeah, right.
So you thought Linares? Hold on. So you thought Linares took a dive?
I say Linares didn't fight to win.
No, man. Haney took it away from him. That
No, man,
man,
go no lateral move. He was on his knees running towards him to hug him, bro, for 2 rounds. Come on now.
As he was supposed to. What are you
But if
talking about?
Linares couldn't capitalize,
You don't. He's a veteran, man. If Linares was a young kid, I know, but Linares is a veteran. He knows what he has to do to that.
So you think he gave it up?
Hey, he did.
So it don't say nothing about the 10 rounds of punishment.
No, he beat the shit out of him for 10 rounds. Haney, I give him
It's
that.
30 minutes of it getting punched. 30 minutes. Most
Yeah.
niggas can do 30 minutes on a treadmill, homie. Imagine doing 30 minutes on a treadmill punching, getting punched.
Yeah.
Like I just think that's
HOD,
real dismissive.
you're jealous.
You're breaking up there, Reggie,
jealous.
or is it me?
You're jealous.
Mute your mic,
Just say you're
HOD.
jealous.
Jealous of what?
No, I said if you're jealous, just say you're jealous. Haney
Jealous? No, against Linares? I didn't even want him to fight Linares, man. They had to do an exemption to fight Linares instead of fighting Fortuna. That was expected
What was
for
the
him to win
exemption?
that fight.
Let me hear this.
It's not to hear it. They
What was Fortuna?
the exemption. They had to Fortuna Samsung and the Boxing Voice submitted to be the mandatory, to be mandated, and they had to then get an exemption to fight Linares to avoid fighting Fortuna.
But Linares was a bigger fight for them, though, right? Because he's a former champion, a bigger
No,
name.
no.
Fortuna and Linares is a bigger name than Fortuna.
At that time, Fortuna was ranked number 6 or 7.
But Linares is a bigger name.
Being knocked out 3 times out of his last 5 fights.
No, he's a bigger name,
Wait,
though, homie.
No, man, he was
Wasn't Fortuna ducking out of fights and shit with Haney?
No, then in January, they had a conversation about the prior year or something like that. They were trying to make the fight, but Haney also had an injury, shoulder injury, so that fight couldn't have happened. But then in February of 2021, that's when they had Samsung brought out, well, let's do this bet. Samsung came out even with the $50,000 certified check, like they said they were going to bet with Bill Haney. But they already had a deal made with Linares. So then, since he already had he showed that he submitted to Mauricio Suleiman to be mandated as a mandatory, he had to then get an exemption to fight Linares. Okay. And I asked Bill Haney myself that, so I know that for a fact.
So he had to get an exemption.
Yeah, to avoid the mandatory. So there was some step aside money had to been played around in the background after that.
And so why did they want to fight Linares?
Because the guy's been knocked out 3 out of the last 5 fights.
But it ain't the fact that he's a former champion. He fought Lomachenko.
It's an easier fight at that time, bro. The guy was washed, man.
But you only count. So now he's washed. Okay.
Yeah, he was washed. He was 35, 36 years old. The guy's been knocked out 3 out of his life, like 3 out of his last 6 fights.
Anytime he lost, he got knocked out. Some people, the only time they lose is when they get knocked out. But you missing all the wins and all of his knockouts.
Dude, at 36 years old, you're washed. No different than Gamboa.
I didn't mean to cut you guys off, fellas, but I'm gonna drop off. I need to go get something to eat, but I'll be back. I'll be back, fellas.
I appreciate it, Pure. I'm probably doing a
No
different.
problem, no problem, Mark. Anytime.
All right. But go ahead. Hell
Pure said I can't take this hater shit.
Nah, he called it a hater. I'm putting out the facts of what it is.
That HLD. It's all love. Hey, Reggie.
Pure said, "Fuck this hater."
Hey, Reggie, give me your take on this, man. Should Black Boxers start winning sombreros? Also, Dillian White says Tyson Fury cheated. Final thoughts.
Stop unless the Mexican.
Damn, Reggie, what's up with your Taco Bell White fight today, man?
Embraced from the Mexican community.
Yes, try it again, Reggie. Take it from the top. You was choppy again.
Yeah, can you hear me? I think because Pure, HLD on mute. Can you hear me?
I hear you now. I'm gonna mute HLD. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's HLD not going on mute. Yes, but my thoughts on it is, I don't think if you're not embraced by the culture, then you shouldn't be rocking that. Biden being who you are.
Yeah, you are choppy. HLD is muted.
Or if you're doing it to taunt a person,
I'll mute myself too. Yeah.
I'm listening to my ear. I don't hear no.
Yeah. I promise it is, but I'll mute myself too. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm listening to it in my ear in the playback. I don't hear it choppy. Yeah, it sounds cool. I think that's y'all asses. Are you listening to it back on YouTube? It said I'm blinking in and out. I don't know what's going on. Well, fuck it. Let me exit out. I'm gonna come back in.
All
right.
Come on, Reggie. First you blame it on me, then you're gonna blame it on my day. You say it's all of us, bro. Man, come on now.
The chat. I see the chat told him it's him, right?
Yeah, man. I mean,
yeah. So Carmen said all of us can't be wrong.
Come on, Reggie. You know I'm always. I rock with Reggie, man. Come on now.
Reggie's like, and then I'm a culture disrespectful black folks.
It's that Taco Bell Wi-Fi, man. He's got that Taco Bell Wi-Fi.
Now that's racist. Now why I got to be Taco Bell Wi-Fi?
Hey man, we talking about the imitation Mexicans wearing their shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, it's rare you see a Hispanic person working at Taco Bell. It's rare, man, huh?
Well, there's a lot of good taquerias to work at.
When you go to the mall, the best Chinese spots got the Mexicans working at it. I swear to God, I can't even make this up.
Yo, no lie. I was in where was I? I was in Puerto Rico, man. They had some Chinese restaurants, man, and I heard some Spanish, but when I turned around, man, dude, they literally were some Chinese in Puerto Rico, man. I'm like, what? And it was trippy. But you also not gonna go to some Puerto Rican restaurants and you got Mexicans cooking, man. So it's like, what the hell?
Right. Hey, look. When I went to Jamaica, the hibachi spot. Matter of fact, is I don't know if y'all ever heard of Secrets Resorts, man. But Secrets Resorts is a very nice luxury resort. They got them all over the place.
Was that swinger thing?
No. I mean, that shit might pop off there. I mean, shit, I don't be knowing.
I don't know about that, right?
No, I don't be knowing nothing about that, brother. I don't know anything about that. But what I will say is this though, at the resort though, they have like an Italian restaurant, Spanish, like they have like a Spanish like fiesta type restaurant. They have a hibachi grill type restaurant. All of that shit is all Jamaicans. And look, and the Jamaicans might not be doing all the food tricks and stuff like the Japanese like steakhouse probably might do here in America, but they singing songs though. You know what I'm saying? And they probably can. Somebody probably know how to do a couple tricks there. I get it, but for the most part, it's the hibachi food. But it's cooked by Jamaicans. The Spanish food cooked by Jamaicans.
That's how it is, man. I mean, that's why I'm saying it's never.
Mexico was the same shit. It was Hispanic folks cooking the hibachi. When last time you left the country, HLD?
Left the country. It was prior to the pandemic.
And where did you go?
I did a cruise. I did a cruise to Cozumel. It was Mexico at Playa del Carmen. Where else did we stop by?
I've been to Playa del Carmen.
Yo, I think Playa del Carmen is the best vacation spot to me.
Yeah, I was out there for a little bit.
Then I did to some of the islands over here by Key West over here. I think we went to Key West.
Bro, I ain't fuck with no cruise, homie. You brave, bro. You better than me.
No, that was prior to the pandemic. I wouldn't not now. I wouldn't dare do any of that shit.
No, I'm just saying ever. Like I saw Titanic and it's been over for me.
Hell no, man. It's a blast, bro. I mean, you could get ripped and not give a shit about anything, man.
No, you can't even smoke on them cruise ships, man.
Yes, you can. On the top deck, you can smoke, man. I'm smoking my cigars all day long.
I'm talking about something.
Now you gotta know how to. You gotta know how to play, man. You just gotta know how to play with it up there. Yeah, people be smoking, man.
Man, they kicked my homegirl off the cruise ship, yo.
What?
Yes, man. And then the rest of the friends on the trip had a decision to make. All for one for all.
No, well, I see you, man. I paid too much for this shit.
I think one girl left with her. Everybody else like, bitch, I don't even smoke with you. I told you not to do this dumb shit. Yo, yeah, them hoes ain't even been friends the same way ever since, respectfully. But that ain't my business. But go ahead, Reggie. Mic check 1 2.
1 2 1 2. In the place to be. There we go.
There we go. Now you're at Starbucks Wi-Fi. You see what I mean?
Yeah, you know.
The police gonna get him out of Starbucks. But talk to me, Reggie. Should black boxers stop wearing sombreros? Also, we was talking about Dillian White. Said Tyson Fury cheated by pushing him. Final thoughts. What you got?
Yeah. No, I think if you're not embraced by that culture, if that ain't something outside of boxing where you pay respect to that culture, you study that culture, the people embrace you in that culture, then yeah, it may be cool for you. I know that's what what's his name? Damn, what's the kid who just got whooped out in New York? Prime time.
Chris Colbert.
Yeah, Colbert says that he embraced the Mexican culture. So that's probably what it'd be, something a little different why he rocked. I think his coach is Mexican. He considers.
Has he done a post fight in Spanish?
He probably don't know. It's a lot of Mexicans who don't speak Spanish.
I mean, he ain't Mexican. How much he embracing the culture? Just because he do the Taco Tuesday don't mean he embracing the culture.
I got Mexican homies all in California where some of them don't speak Spanish, but some of them can embrace the cultures as far as food and other things. But then you got a point. I mean, if you're going to embrace the culture, you should know the language of the culture and the celebration of the culture. So you might be right with Colbert. Colbert probably just got a thing. Maybe he just screwing Mexican girls and shit. But so you got a point with that. But with it, it's like if you ain't embracing the culture, they ain't accepting of you. Then if you're wearing it, then you're doing it to taunt them. So maybe it's poking at the bear, and that's the reason behind doing it. But if you're gonna act like you're pandering to a race of people and ignoring your own race, then that's some clown shit right there, and it shouldn't be embraced. But it's also on a Mexican fighter who sees a black fighter wearing that shit to go in there and try to whoop his ass, to make him pay respect to your people. So that's the way I view that. The Dillian White shit, I think Dillian White's just delusional as hell. And plus, maybe he got that check after that fight, and he liked what he saw when he looked at all them damn zeros and number in front of them zeros. And he wanted to get back in there, regardless if he gets knocked the hell out. But the push had nothing to do with him. I think it was the punch. And Dillian White wouldn't be able to do nothing against Tyson Fury. I think Tyson Fury is just too tough of an equation for Dillian White to figure out. He's too skilled, too athletic for Dillian White, and just too big. Dillian White couldn't overcome the advantages that Tyson Fury had over him with height, and he couldn't take the punch from Tyson Fury. I think Tyson Fury was hitting him a little bit too hard because he started getting desperate. He didn't stick with his plan. I think it was coming out that the fool came out there and then listened to the coach. He came out there in that stance. I heard that the coach was surprised by it. So here it was, Dillian White going in there already second guessing himself by doing that shit. So that right there spoke volumes of what he was. in his mind, he had already lost before the fight even started. To come out there and do some real unorthodox shit like that.
Man, that's a big motherfucker standing in front of you with them hands up, homie. It sound good. It look good in front of the way off. You heard the stories, David and Goliath. You grew up on that. Listen to your Bible. But when you got that motherfucking Goliath standing in front of you in real life, it's different, homie. It's just different. The magnitude of the moment, all the people booing against you too. Talking about he sold all them tickets too. Man, them boys didn't come to see you. They came to see. It was a homecoming for the Gypsy King. I'm sorry.
Look, and you know, some other shit that I think Tyson Fury does with people is you really can't gauge how tall he is because I don't think he gives his full height. But when people get in that ring in there where they stand at him next in press conference, maybe next to him in a weigh-in because of his posture, he may lean over and shit. And I think psychologically he does that to where people
like
think
it's even like he might even get on his tippy toes sometimes to make himself look taller, or he leans posture back, or sometimes he squat low and play low.
Yeah, so you can't get a full gauge how big he is, and sometimes you may be like, oh, this fool ain't as tall or as big as he looked. Then you get in the ring and that motherfucker's standing straight up with the height that just fooled you, and you realize, damn, this motherfucker bigger than I thought, motherfucker stronger than I thought. And then Tyson Fury did some real intelligent shit, which I think I don't think everybody downplayed it, but the fact of how long they took to get out there, they froze fucking Dillian White out in that damn ring. Took his sweet ass time to make it to the ring. Dillian White out there trying to do jumping jacks to stay warm and shit. That was another thing where he fucked with Dillian White.
And Tyson Fury doesn't walk out; he get carried out. You noticed that he rests his legs.
Yeah. Then the nigga sat in the chair for a minute. All this shit was strategized. They knew what they was doing to Dillian White, and Dillian White come out there in a t-shirt. Should have had a robe on too, and he got froze out for a minute. That's why Tyson was wrapped in them towels and shit while they do the national anthems. They played this shit. It was a veteran fucking move throughout the fight. And then Dillian came out there and did some defeated shit coming out there.
Them blankets might have been heated blankets too, huh, Reggie? All the way.
Exactly. Yeah, so that was smart. That was very intelligent on Tyson Fury's part.
Yo, where are the conspiracy theories? Nobody's saying that this guy's got egg weights in his gloves. Now he's not. Now he's a knockout artist, man. Look, he's a knockout artist, bro.
They said he barely even hit Dillian White. They said he pushed Dillian White. Dillian White took a dive. They said when you watch the uppercut, you know he barely snipped him. He didn't even catch him clean. He didn't catch him flush. Dillian White been hit with bigger shots, and he pushed Dillian White down. And granted, Dillian White didn't get up the way they thought based off the punch land. But listen to Dillian White say, yo, the push caused my head. Man, let me play that interview, man. Reg, you got it already chopped up, right? On your channel?
Yeah, wait, did I put words? No, I didn't put no vocals behind it. I just spoke over.
I thought you had the vocal. Okay. I thought you played that shit. Okay.
No, I did that one with what's the name? Terrence Crawford.
Okay, Tyson Fury cheated. I got it though. Oh yeah, we got it. Kept the files, baby. Let me hear the audio. Okay.
You know, when I was trying to recap on my set.
Here we go.
I was buzzed, but obviously, you know, when I was trying to recap.
Oh yeah, let me share my screen. Let's share the screen. Because they showed the video right when it happened. So cool. And it's a YouTube short. So I ain't going to get no strike for no YouTube short. Because these shits be stolen content anyway, motherfucker. I wish you would. I'll take that shit to trial. Ain't it right, Reg? Take this shit to trial, baby. Here we go.
My senses and he proper full of. I was buzzed. But obviously, you know, when I was trying to recap on my senses, and he proper full on pushed me like that, and I fell over and hit my head on the canvas, which is legal. This ain't wrestling. This is boxing. You know what I mean? But you know, as usual, they let Fury do what he wants and get away with it. You know, allow extra time to recover and then carry on fight.
That's the uppercut. That's the push, and the push and the hit. I don't see his head. I don't see his head landing off the cameras, but when I see this shot land, boom, that's clean. All y'all saying he didn't land clean, that's clean. Bam. He bumper clocked that motherfucker.
Yo, you saw he put his legs into it, man. He had a momentary dip and came up.
Yeah,
his whole circuitry went out. You already see him going night as soon as a punch hit. That was a hard ass punch, man. I don't know. Most people think you gotta land the uppercut on the damn under the bottom of the chin and shit to knock somebody out. Like it was a punch that twisted the neck. You twist the neck for a moment, cut that circulation off, you're gonna black out.
No, I mean cut you off. I was just saying, and he didn't see it.
Yeah, he
he didn't.
How stiff he is. He's stiff. He out.
Because Tyson Fury jab, bow, and caught him coming in. Boom. He was asleep really before he hit the ground, in my opinion. Jab, bow. But he had doubled that jab too. The first time he kind of flicked that jab. Like, yeah, people don't, man, like I said, man, a lot of these dudes, they don't do the X's and O's. And Reggie, you seen how my show go. We try every time, bro. I try to do an X's and O's show. Shit. Motherfuckers will come in here trolling. He gonna beat his ass. He a bitch. He ain't shit. He ain't fought nobody. Like very low level, surface level type comments. You get what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah, these motherfuckers come out the American school system. They dumb as fuck.
God. I'm done, yo.
Public school system.
Yeah, the public school system.
Yeah, man. This been a hell of a show, man. I'm about to come right back with another one real quick. I'm gonna probably do an episode on this one. It's gonna pop up episode. It's about if y'all ever wanted to call somebody coon freely, this is gonna be the guy, man. This gonna be the guy. Tennessee mayor creates a Confederates Day. Black man. Black Tennessee mayor creates Confederacy Day in his town. Takes the picture surrounded by former white supremacists or current white supremacists. You can't make this up, man. That's pandering.
Man, I was gonna say he probably had a bunch of constituents in his office with ropes.
Oh, absolutely. They left the robes in the car, but they took the picture with him. Oh, man,
but you saying it was a black guy doing this?
Man, we about to go live right now with the pop-up, homie.
Is he trying to be like that blind Dave Chappelle skit, man? What the hell?
Oh man, I'm glad you said that because I'm gonna take a screenshot of that and put it as yeah, that's who he is, bro. Like, I can, yo, look, you won't believe it and I think stories like this need that kind of coverage too. We got to talk about those kind of things. You get what I'm saying? We gotta put these people on blast. You get what I'm saying? Like, and Reggie, this right up your alley. I'm surprised you ain't did an episode on it yet, but.
No, I had seen it, but I just never get around to it.
Right. And then sometimes time pass, right? And then you on to the next one. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about this goofy nigga today, man. Like, oh my god. But anybody got anything, final words on anything we talked about, or anything they want to plug and promote?
Yeah, we talked a lot about the Shakur Stevenson fight with Oscar Valdez.
I'm gonna do a whole ladies' night for this.
But we need to talk about a little bit, at least get some to Amanda Serrano against Katie Taylor. That's the biggest fight in women's history, I think, that's coming up for Undisputed. I'm looking forward to my chick going to put some whooping on Katie. So that's my main fight of that night. I'm glad that they're making their fight just a little bit earlier than the Shakur Stevenson fight, so we could watch both of them. But I'm really looking forward to that fight.
Absolutely. Go ahead, Reggie. You want to talk about that right now? Because I'm all for it. I'm super excited about the fight, but I'm gonna do a whole episode on that. We're gonna do a breakdown. We're gonna talk about it.
Oh, then we'll talk about them when you do that, man. No problem. That sounds great.
No. But they are fighting on the same day, and I do want to respect these ladies. And look, this is dope. But also, when we do that, y'all gonna have to give Jake Paul some respect that night. Oh yeah, y'all gonna have to respect the White King, Jake Paul, bringing women's boxing to the forefront in a major way. Like, he's helping fighters get their highest purse level ever, you know what I'm saying? And that's getting swept under the rug because fighters hating on Jake Paul because really they hate themselves for not promoting so much. But man, get out there, promote yourself. You got to take the wins with the losses. Shout out to Blair Cobb. Blair Cobb did everything he's supposed to do. He lost the fight, but I love it. But shout out to Katie Taylor. And shout out to Amanda Serrano. You already know who we rocking with over here. So Shout out to the White Queen. No, I'm joking. No. Y'all already know we riding with Serrano over here, man. Maybe because I'm so familiar with Serrano. I've seen more of her fights on TV. We've been following her career longer. Katie Taylor is she ain't been in the game as long as Serrano, but she's a phenom though. She's a monster, and we're gonna see if Amanda Serrano is everything she says she is. She can slay this beats, but I'll digress on that while I queue up this other show. Go ahead. Anybody want to?
Man, Katie Taylor the GOAT to me, like on some real shit.
She a beast, right?
And she fine as hell for a white woman. That's one pretty ass white girl, man.
She's thick. That's what it is. He likes it. She's thick.
I think she's the most talented woman boxer that's out there. I would love to see her being able to make weight with Clarissa. I think she'd have knocked Clarissa out. I think if there was a beauty pageant in boxing, Katie Taylor would definitely win it.
Really?
I mean, that's fine.
What?
Boy, if you don't get
man, you better get off of that. You better get off of that. That's at least that belongs to Alicia Bumgarner, bro. Stop it,
bro.
Stop it! You're trolling us, bro. You're trolling us hard.
Reggie trolling now, y'all. This is Reggie playing with y'all.
I'm ready to make motherfuckers hot.
I'm quick on the trigger. I'm about to put these pictures up, homie. Don't do that, Reggie. Don't do that.
Punk motherfucker, black ass motherfucker.
Why when we talk about women's boxing, we got to objectify the sisters?
I think women love to display their beauty.
Right,
their beauty
and
their beauty. I think
no.
As much as women act like they don't.
What's her name? Baumgartner. Really she like to display her beauty. What's the white chick with the blonde hair that be fighting on the zone cards?
The blonde bomber.
Girl.
Oh, Pink Tyson.
What's her name?
Pink Tyson or something like that.
Whatever her name is, yeah. I like it.
Only seeing when I go looking at coochies
Nina,
on Twitter.
Nina Maniki got look, man. I don't care, bro. Man, don't get me on this Katie Taylor sister, man. Just stop, Reggie.
They tell you look like a little boy, man. Y'all know I was fucking around.
I'm like, damn,
I was ready
bro.
to make all the black conscious motherfuckers pissed off. Y'all should let me keep going with the round motherfuckers up in the chat.
Like I could follow if you want to say that she's a great boxer and all that. I'm like, okay. I mean, you know, the woman is undisputed. And okay, whatever. But then go into that most beautiful woman shit, bro. That fucked me up over here. I'm like, hell no.
Beautiful sisters in boxing, though, man. It is. It's a lot of beautiful.
I was ready for the phone ring. I was ready for the phone ring to go. Area code 419. This is Brandon from Dallas, man. What the fuck wrong with this? What the fuck wrong? And I say, Brandon, come out here to Vegas. I'm gonna have a white woman coming up to and watch.
Hell no, Brandon Washington gonna say, "Thou shalt, I rebuke you, Satan." He gonna get the lap dance though. He gonna enjoy the show, but he gonna come back on YouTube. Cause them Vegas girls, they be aggressive about their paper, boy.
Man, they be all these European girls.
They have a little wind up. You know them little kitchen clocks where you can set the clock in the kitchen while you cook. They keep them shits in the purse.
Karma paying attention to the thick neck.
Come on,
he gonna run one of these. He gonna run into one of these old Bridget Nelson ass Europeans out here. They're gonna be all over his ass. Watch.
All right, man. I'm gonna leave y'all alone, man. I love y'all. I hope y'all love yourself, man. Y'all got anything y'all want to plug and promote? I'm about to do this next show real quick.
Nah, man. Just say, man, hit that damn subscribe button and like button, man, for our man Marq Nash. That's what you guys got to do.
Appreciate it, bro. Absolutely. Reg, you got anything you want to plug and promote?
No, that's all I got.
All right, man. Well, shit. As always, it's been another great episode of Breaking Beats, man. Join me real quick. I'm gonna pull up real quick for a pop-up episode. Got to talk about this topic, and we'll see how it goes. It's another great episode of Breaking Beats where we break down business, entertainment, art, technology, sports, and anything else you and I feel like talking about. It's a hip-hop, political sports show with a comedy twist. We like to let the jokes fly. You know why? Because life is serious enough. Shout out to HLD. Shout out to Piotr. Shout out to my guy Boxing Conversations with Reggie Owens 1 and 2. Reading with Reggie Owens. And also Politics and News with Reggie Owens. Make sure you like and comment and subscribe. You can go to MARQNASH.com, get the merch. Type in the promo code Nash27, all caps, Nash27, no spaces, Nash27 in the promo code, and save yourself 15% off on all the merch. All right, I love y'all. I'll see y'all in about 5 minutes. All right, peace.
This that squad sound.